All right. Good morning, everyone. Well, good morning. Let's go ahead and start our class. Now, listen. We are done with section number 7.1, A, AA, B, C. Correct, everyone? It means if my activity falls in section number 7.1, A, AA, B, and C, it will be a supply. Having understood this much, let's go ahead and try to do some question answers to understand if you are able to apply the law. See, we learned the law conceptually. We are able to retain it. Are you able to revise it? Yes. Now we have to learn to apply it. Please come to your Q&A material, everyone. Please come to your Q&A material. Chalo, let's go ahead and do the first chapter which is there. Supply ka chapter ka question answers. Please come to your Q&A material. Supply chapter question answers. Let's do it. Everyone over here now. Chapter number 2. Supply. Number 1. Everyone over here. Discuss the applicability of GST in the following cases. Discuss the applicability of GST in the following cases. Number 1. Manu transfers 1000 debentures of Chug Limited to Naresh for a consideration of 5,94,000 debentures, everyone. Securities, neither goods nor. Will GST come or GST will not come? Baba, securities are neither goods nor service and hence GST will not come. Next. Amal deposited 1.5 lakh cash in saving account in ICICI Bank. Depositing cash. Transaction in money. Neither goods nor. When it is not goods, not service only, will supply ka thought come or it will not be a supply also? Not be a supply. So, sir, second one, depositing, it's a transaction in money. GST is not applicable on making a bank deposit. Next. People, this question they don't ask at CA final level. Okay? It's just for your quick reading. Next. Sale of derivative by Mr. Yash for a consideration of 8,60,000. Derivatives. Mr. Yash is a dealer in shares and securities. My question, sale of derivatives. Derivatives are neither goods nor service. Generally remember always, derivatives are neither goods nor service. Then, and will GST come or GST will not come? No GST. Madam, close the door. Mr. Zamir takes a housing loan from HDFC Bank. Rate of interest is 7.5%. Loan is repayable after 7 years. Rupees 13,000. People, loan pay any GST will come or no GST? No. But bank collected 13,500 documentation charges at the time of giving the loan, and interest will also be payable on every month. People, my question, first of all, loan amount which is given, will GST come on the loan amount? No. Interest is interest for a service. Will GST come on interest or not come? We'll talk later. I am telling is interest because bank has gone ahead and given you money to use. You are paying what? Interest. Is there a service given by the bank? A service of giving money to use. And in return, they are taking interest also and they are taking documentation charges. Documentation charges, are they for a service given by the bank? Yes or no, everyone? Yes. See, but interest actually is exempt. I'll talk about exemption in the exemption chapter. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Vikramaditya is a salaried employee and planning to invest in stock. People, whichever question we have to write and practice, we'll write and practice. Whichever questions are just to go through, we'll go through. Which are questions for you to study at home, repeated question, I'll tell you during the class. Okay, everyone? Next. He has opened trading account with Vaidya Brokers. During the month, Vikramaditya took future contract without physical delivery option, but are cash settled on the expiry of the contract date. Baba, are they derivatives or supply of goods? Derivatives. Amounting to 35,500. So people, tell me one thing, if underlying assets are actually going then it's a supply of goods. But here what is happening? It net settlement. Net settlement means it is derivatives. Derivatives are neither goods nor service. Vikramaditya needs your advice whether such future contract undertaken by him would amount to supply and liable to GST. What will you say, everyone? Are they liable to GST? Would it amount to supply? Yes or no? No. Why? They are neither goods nor correct. No, you guys already know. No, Pick your pen and write the answer for 3 marks. Right. Right. People, you know the answer, right? I am telling you, derivatives are neither goods nor service, correct? GST will not come. Because it is not goods only, GST will not come, right? You have to write the answer for 3 marks. Let's see what you write. People watching at home, please pick up your pen and write the answer for 3 marks. I know that this question they will not ask in the exam. But let's see what do you write. You know the answer, right? You pick up your pen and write. I want to see the answer. Write the answer, everyone. Right. People watching at home, I'll give you 3 minutes. Actually, talking per mark in the exam is 1.5 minutes. Per mark is 1.5 minutes. Okay, everyone. So you are going to take 3 minutes, 3 marks का question के लिए 4.5 minutes. ठीक है, everyone. Let's see what do you write. People watching at home, I'll pause the video, write it, and then continue. I'll pause the video, write, and then continue. I hope people are done writing. Let's understand. Everyone over here. See, when you started writing, was it difficult? Yes or no? What to write, what not to write? Yes or no? So, Baba, in the exam, it will be same situation. You know the answer, right? But if I tell you to write for 3 marks, what are you going to write? Sir, derivatives are not goods, not service. No GST. One line. See what they are written. For transaction to fall within the purview of supply, it must be supply of either goods or service. For any transaction to fall in the definition of supply, first of all, it has to be goods or service. The definition of goods and service specifically excludes securities. Correct? And from their purview. And derivatives are included in securities. So what they are telling is, first of all, for anything to be supply, it has to be goods and service. And goods and services, securities are excluded. And derivatives are what? Securities. And hence, as derivatives are securities, they are neither goods nor service and not liable to GST. You tell me one thing. This was for 1 mark. What you would have written, is it comparable also? Yes or no? That's the biggest mistake which students do. First time writing practice in the exam. Now, if I tell you to write again, will you write better? Yes or no, everyone? Trust me, you do it with me for the next 1 month. Every chapter you practice with me, you will see your writing brilliant. But you have to put effort. Only me talking cannot make you pass. Only me talking will not give you score. You will get score, but you have to practice. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Future contracts are in the nature of what, everyone? Financial derivatives. The price of which is dependent on the value of the underlying stock or the index of stock or certain approved currency, and the settlement normally happens by way of net settlement and not actual delivery. If you don't write so advanced also, you can write derivatives. Derivatives are covered under securities, correct? And where the net settlement is happening, it is a security. Then, since future contracts are in the nature of derivatives, these qualify as securities and are not subject to GST. People, have you seen? Law. And now they are applying the law. In the view of the above discussion, it is inferred that since the future contract undertaken by Vikramaditya, nature of what, everyone? Derivatives, this qualify as securities and do not qualify as supply. And this is the conclusion, everyone. Not subject to GST. First, they wrote the law. People see here. They wrote the law. Then they applied the law and gave their observation saying Vikramaditya is dealing in future contract, which is securities. And then they gave their conclusion in the last line. You'll always see this. Thus, it is not subject to GST. Tell me one thing. How much will you give yourself out of 3 marks? In such an easy question? 1? 1.5? Correct or not? But tell no. Yes? But if I tell you to write again, will you write better? Yes. Baba, continuous practice. Trust me, for the next 30, 40 chapters, if you are practicing continuously, you'll write better. Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, it says, ABC is a car manufacturer. ABC is a car manufacturer. Then has started canteen services exclusively for employee people. One car showroom wala. Question number 3. One car showroom wala. He has started canteen and he's selling what? Food to his employees. The canteen running expenses are recovered without any profit. People, I don't care about profit. Am I taking a consideration? Yes, everyone. My question, is it a sale? Is it in for a consideration? Is it in the not my business, but is it in the course of my business that I sold food? It's not my main business activity, but am I selling food in the course during the carrying out of my business? Yes or no? Will it be a supply? Yes or no? Next. Your opinion is sought whether recovery of food from employees for the canteen services provided by company will be taxable under GST. Yes or no, everyone? Yes? Baba, this is your homework. Just for reading, you can read it. Practice is not required. Okay, everyone? Just for your reading. At final level, I don't expect this kind of question. But this was just for your knowledge kind of question. Next. This one not now. Fourth one, I'll talk later. Not now. Okay. Come to the fifth one. People, would you guys try to read fifth one? I will give you 5 minutes. You read the question, you apply your law, and you write your answer. I'll wait for you guys. 5 minutes I'll give you. 5 mark ka question it is. 2.5 mark and 2.5 mark. I want you to write the answer. Write bad, it's okay. Write bad, it's okay. But you have to write your answer. People watching at home, pick up your pen and write your answer now. Then we'll go ahead and compare. Right. I'll pause the video for 5 minutes. You have to write your answer and then we'll compare. Right, Papa, right. Remember, if you want to score, you have to write. I can't practice on your behalf. It's you who will make you pass. So you have to write. Pick up your pen and write now. I'll pause the video. Write. I hope everyone is done writing. Let's discuss. People over here now. People, how many of you wrote? Very good. People sitting at home, I hope you are writing. If you are not writing, trust me, remember one thing. You do whatever, you'll 100% fail. Sir, what? Haan. Baba, you do whatever. I can teach you everything in the book, but you'll not be able to write it in the exam. If you don't practice and go, you tell me one thing. Do you think Virat Kohli can score a century if he knows everything about a bat, first time using the bat in the cricket field? Do you think he will hit a sixer? Never. You will hit 1 or 2 runs and come back. The same happens to a student. Never practiced. First time going and writing in the exam. Do you think he will write? Are you able to write first time now? Huh? How do you feel? Sir, I know the answer, but I don't know where to start, where to end. Yes or no? Don't worry about it. 2-3 days, I want your confidence to come down. It's okay. You'll feel bad, I'm not able to write. But trust me, last day when you leave the class, no, you will tell me, sir, I'm able to write everything now. It will take a lot of effort, but from the first day we have to put effort. Students sitting at home, don't skip the class by saying I will not practice. Trust me, it's very important to practice. Can we go ahead, everyone? Here. You will realize it. After 1 week of practicing, no, you will realize how important it is to practice also. Let's read. Sudama Associates, a registered supplier, disposes the computer owned by the business without consideration. People, permanent transfer of business. ITC, we have to check. ITC has not been claimed. ITC is not taken. Supply, not supply? Not a supply. How many of you got this answer at one shot? All of you got right? Answer, you got it. But now how to express? See, Baba, liking someone is different story. You have to express also. Correct, everyone? Are yes or no? No problem. If you don't know also, it's okay. Okay? What I'm telling is, knowing something is very easy. Talking is very easy. Putting it down on a paper with a pen is very difficult. Can we go ahead, everyone? Chalo. See, first of all, it always says the law. As per section number 71C, schedule 1 of the CGST Act. Now, students tell me, sir, should we write section numbers in the exam? Why did they write? ICA is a mad. ICA is mad over here to write section numbers and give it to you. Why have they written? Because they want you to write good answer. Baba, you're not going to be a BCom graduate. You're not going to be a BCom graduate then, okay, Sir, it is a supply. The client comes to you, you have to talk in a language of law. Yes or no? Sir, but I don't remember before exam what to do. Write as per CGST Act. But at least you will practice, no? Trust me, if you're practicing, you will write the best in the exam. Can we go ahead? Next. Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset is a supply even if without consideration. Law. Correct? Next. However, this provision would apply only if ITC has been availed on such asset. Is it the law till here? Then they gave their conclusion. Disposal of the computer by Sudama Associate is not a supply as ITC has not been availed on the 2-mark answer. Over story. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. See, they have told you to examine. Whenever they tell you to examine, no, remember there are 3 things which you should always write. LOC. First is your law. Then what is your observation? Sir, in my observation, Sudama Associates went ahead and bought the computer, but they have not taken the ITC. Conclusion. Hence, it will not be a supply. You getting my point? LOC. Law, observation and the conclusion. See? Next. You tell me one thing, everyone. What is the difference between a question which says examine, explain, enumerate? What is the difference? Student writes only one way. Student's way. Whatever I write, I'll vomit and whatever I know, I'll vomit and come. Arey Baba, state. State with brief reason. Examine, explain. What is the difference? Sir, there is no difference only. Sir, I never read the question ka down wala portion which told you are required to determine or you are required to examine. I never read all this thing. Whatever I knew, everything I wrote and came. Baba, there are a lot of factors which decide what is to be written in the answer. Can I go ahead, everyone? And that is the people who score ranks, no? Those people are those students who have practiced a lot. They know exactly where to start the pen, where to drop the pen. And you know, a student who writes 80 mark in the exam comes out and says, I didn't have time. He's a student who has gone without practice. They have either written one answer mein extra or they have written less. We don't have to write extra also. We don't have to write a less also. We have to write what is required. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Prithvi Enterprise appoints Champak to procure certain goods from the market. Champak identifies various suppliers who provide the goods as desired by Prithvi. Supplier, Prithvi, who is between Champak. And asks the supplier, Satya, supplier, to send the goods and issue invoice directly. People, invoice directly. Am I an agent as per 71C? Because I will be an agent only when the invoice is my name. Yes or no, everyone? Next. You are required to determine whether Champak can be considered as an agent of Prithvi Enterprises. People, first the law. As per section number 71C. 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 Schedule 1. Paragraph number 3. Read with the circular also. Did I tell you circular here? See. Supply of goods by an agent to his principal. Vice versa is also written over there. So agent to the principal. Where agent undertakes to receive the goods on behalf of the principal qualifies as supply even without consideration. Principal gave the supplier gave the goods to the agent. Then it will principal ko when I am sending the goods, it will be a supply. Then further circular is there. People, is there a circular? Yes. Clarifies that principal agent relationship will fall within the ambit of supply only when the goods are procured by the agent are invoiced in the name of the agent. Means invoice should be in the name of the agent. In that case, further provisioning of the goods by the agent to the principal means when the agent sends the goods to the principal, we would be covered under schedule 1 and will qualify as supply. Is it the law, everyone? Law with the circular, is it written? Yes. Can I go ahead? Is there anything extra which they have written or exactly what we have learned? Exactly what we have learned, but you don't have words to write. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Applying. In the given case, people, did you like the law? Here is the observation. In our case, what is happening? Champak is acting as a procurement agent and in no way have engaged himself in supply or receipt of goods. He has not engaged himself in receiving the goods. The invoice is in the name of the Prithvi Enterprise. Invoice is in the name of the Prithvi Enterprise and not the agent. Observation done. Our conclusion. Third paragraph. See, why did I mark everything as bold? Because here your paragraphs are changing. LOC. Your institute material may might be it is one paragraph only. I have divided it into 3 paragraphs so that you exactly know what is the law, what is the observation, and what is a conclusion. Next, conclusion. Champak is not an agent of Prithvi for the supply of goods in term of schedule 1. People, how many of you knew the answer? All of you. My question over here, your exam ka answer would have been only this. What about the above 2 paragraph? Student doesn't write it. Student says, sir, invoice is directly in the name of the principal and hence he is not an agent as per 7.1 CEO. Story over. You'll get 1 mark out of 3. Feeling bad? It's okay. But trust me, if you continuously practice, you'll write better. Can we go ahead, everyone? Let's move to the next one. People, sir, for the exam, do we have to practice this? It's okay. Easy question. I want you to read question number 6 and apply. Apply the law. You see, you will know this answer. You see. Read. Not writing. Read. Tell me the answer. Done. What is it telling? Moksha Bhumi Industries has its manufacturing unit in the state of Maharashtra. People, question number 6. This is Moksha Bhumi. It has its unit where, everyone? Maharashtra. Then it stores the finished goods manufactured by it in depot in Gujarat. People, it has one warehouse in Gujarat. Okay? Depot where the goods are being stored. My question, people. Moksha Bhumi Industries ka 2 units are there in 2 states. Distinct person, not distinct person. The depot owned by Punya Bhumi, a related person of Moksha Bhumi. Punya Bhumi, people, this depot is owned by whom? Punya Bhumi, a related person of Moksha Bhumi. ठीक है? Has not charged any consideration. People, it has not charged any consideration. My question. Okay. This depot is owned by whom? Punya Bhumi. So this question doesn't relate to any distinct person. Sure? Next. See, when you read the question, your thoughts also change. Next. The depot is owned by Punya Bhumi, a related person of Moksha Bhumi. Punya Bhumi has not charged any consideration from Moksha Bhumi Industries for use of the depot for storage purpose. People, he has given the depot to him and consideration is not there. It is a supply between related person without consideration also. Section number 7.1. See schedule paragraph number 2. Supply between related person without consideration also it will be considered as supply. Sure, everyone? Everyone got it? Next. Whether the storage of goods permitted by Punya Bhumi to Moksha Bhumi qualifies as supply. Yes or no, everyone? Yes. Now here you tell me one thing. Did it tell you to examine or anything? So you could have written your answer saying yes, it will qualify as supply. And then you could have written as per section number 7.1c, schedule 1, paragraph number 2, law, and then your conclusion. Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? Please come to the next one. Question number 7, everyone. Everyone, question number 7. Sir, you're going to do all the questions. Yes, Baba, I'm doing the questions because I want you guys to first get familiar to it. And then slowly when we move to second chapter, third chapter, then I will reduce my question answer solving once. I'll increase your question answer solving, which you have to do. Okay, everyone. Now, apply. Tell me whether supply, not supply, and write your answer. I'll give you 5 marks for this, 2.5 and 2.5. I want you to pick up your pen and write the answer now. Pick up your pen, write the answer, write bad, no problem. I'll pause the video, people watching at home. I'll pause the video, I'll give you 5 minutes, write your answer, and then we'll compare. Right, Baba, write. People watching at home, remember, it's very important to write. Pick up your pen and write now. Write. I hope everyone is done writing. Let's discuss. You're writing better than the first one? First, second, third. Are you doing better? Just imagine, by the time you would have practiced the whole Q&A material, which has around 900 questions. In 5 questions, you feel better. After 100 questions, no, you'll start feeling even more better. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. But don't lose hope. You will feel low on confidence saying, hey, sir, I'm writing so bad answers. But it's okay. You feel bad, no problem. But slowly you'll improve. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. It says, examine. Means you will write what? LOC. Surekha manufacturers have a factory in Delhi, depot in Mumbai. Both these establishments are registered in respective state. People what? Distinct person. Finished goods are sent from factory to in Delhi to Mumbai depot without consideration so that the same can be sold. Supply, not supply, everyone. Supply, not supply. Supply between distinct person without consideration also will be considered as supply. So first you have to write the law. That sir, supply between goods or service, supply between related person or distinct person. But distinct person ka definition is given in section number 25. Do you remember registration chapter? I told you. I took you to registration chapter. In registration chapter, section number 25, the definition of distinct person is there. Is a supply even without, provided it is made in the course of furtherance of business. First the law, then again the law. That sir, whenever one person takes one registration in one state, another state में another registration, both become what? Distinct person. Law. Secondly, see over here. In the view, factory and depot are establishment of two distinct person. People, observation done. Conclusion. Can you see the conclusion? What is the conclusion telling over here? Therefore, in the given supply of goods from factory in Mumbai to depot without consideration in the course of business is a supply under section number 7. Is it the law? Is it the observation? And is it the conclusion? Yes. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. It says, Raman is an architect in Chennai. His brother is settled in London. People, settled in London. Brother. Related, not related. Is well-known lawyer. Well-known means not dependent. Raman has taken legal advice. People, importation of service from related person. It is not related also. With respect to business, not business also, family dispute, right? Without, my question is, what are the two conditions not satisfied? It is not from related person and it is not for business. Hence, will it be supply, not supply? Not a supply. That's all. Next. See here. First, they wrote Schedule 1. What are they telling? Schedule 1 stipulate that importation of service from related person. People, was it here? Related person in the course of furtherance of business without consideration also will be considered as supply. See. Without consideration also will be treated as supply if provided in the course of furtherance of business. Then they say explanation to section number 15. Basically, the definition of related person is written in section number 15 ka explanation. Don't have to remember so much. You can write person. You can write like this. Person shall be deemed to be related. See what happens now. The ICA ka answers. Every time our questions are set by different people. Every time the question ka answers are written by different people. All of you are different. All of you ka answer mein there will be differences. How can you expect that a person who sets the paper first time, second time, third time, means people who have written these answers are all different people, right? So everyone will write the answer in a little different manner. So exactly it can't be same. You don't have to write exactly same, but your answer has to be similar. Similar line means law, observation, conclusion. It has to be similar. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. The person shall be deemed to be related if they are members of the same family. Family ka definition is given. You don't have to write so much as per section number 249. You can say family means spouse and children, PGBS, parents, grandparents, brother and sister, only if they are wholly or mainly dependent. People, is it the law? Let's apply. In the given case, Raman has received legal advice from his brother. However, in view of section number 249, however, you can say, however, Raman and his brother cannot be considered to be related person as Raman's brother is a well-known lawyer and not wholly or mainly dependent on Raman. Okay? Further, two issues were there. Number one, it is not related. Number two, it is not for business. See. Further, Raman has taken advice for personal matter and not in the course of business. People, conclusion. Consequently, services provided by Raman's brother to him would not amount to supply under section number 7 read with schedule 1. Clear? Is it the same law which we have learned, but a way of writing? From your brain, applying and getting it down in a paper is very difficult. It will take a lot of effort. And Baba, CA ka degree is also not a time pass degree, no? You have to put a lot of effort. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Would your answer be different if the above case, if Raman has taken in respect of business unit? Baba, business unit, so what? Still, it is, what is the problem? It is not from a related person. And hence, you can say, sir, in the above case, if Raman has taken the advice with respect to business unit, service provided from Raman's brother would still not be treated as supply. Why? The same is not provided in the course of furtherance of business. Such service have not been received from a related person. The same provided in the course of furtherance of business, but it is not from a related person. Is it the same thing which we have learned over here? Yes. Can we go ahead, everyone? Are you feeling better after writing 5 of them? Let's read more. People, don't have to write the answer. You have to tell me the answer. Tell. Whether supply, not supply. Apply the law quickly. People watching at home, apply the law. Apply. I'll pause the video, quickly read. I hope you have read it, everyone. Sahab Sales, an air conditioner dealer in Janakpuri, Delhi, needs 4 air conditioners for his newly constructed house. Therefore, he transfers 4 air conditioners on which ITC has been availed from stock for this purpose. Examine whether the activity will amount to supply. People, you have ACs in your business. You took it home. Permanent transfer of business asset. Did you take the ITC? Yes. Supply, not supply? Supply. Yes, sir. It is a supply. But you will write LOC, everyone. Law, observation, and then the conclusion. Further, Janakpur resident Akash approaches Sahab Sale. Baba, question number 8. This is Akash over here. Okay? He went to Sahab Sale and he told, I have an AC. I want to sell it to you. He sold the AC and Sahab Sale gave him 5,000 rupees, if I'm not wrong. Baba, 2018 ka question. We're reading since a long time, correct? Now, he sold air conditioner to Sahab Sale. Akash had bought the air conditioner 6 months before for his resident. To the sale of air conditioner by Akash amount to supply. People, is it supply? It's a sale for a consideration. But is it business of Akash to sell ACs? It is not in the course of business and not a supply. Are we clear, everyone? Will you be able to write the answer? Yes. Not very important from exam point of view, but still okay. Chalo, please come to the next one, everyone. Everyone, this is a similar kind of question which we have done. Today's homework, this is. Question number 9 is your homework. You have to write and practice at home. Okay? Question number 10, homework. Whichever we have done, the similar kind of questions which are there, I'm telling you to do it as a homework. Okay, everyone? You have to just read. The above one, you have to practice. You have to write and practice. See, write your answer, compare your answer. Write your answer, compare your answer. Self-evaluation is the best evaluation because you know where you did mistake and next time you will not do the mistake. Many students tell me a lot of times, sir, should we go for test paper writing? I say go for test paper writing later. But at initial stage, you should write your answer, you should compare your answer. You will know your mistake. When somebody else will correct your paper, no, you will not be able to know what line you have not written. Only when you write and you compare your answer on your own with the ICI material, you will see, oh, this line I have not written. Now, if I tell you to write the answer again, will you write better? Yes. Just imagine you wrote a test paper where the person gave you marks. Will it help you to know which line you have not written? I'm not telling test papers are bad. I recommend students should write test, but only once they have done their self-evaluation thing. Self-evaluation is always best. Write your answer, compare your answer. Write your answer, compare your answer. Once you are done doing all these things, then you should go write test papers. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. People, this one I'm yet to, I'll talk later, not now. 11th one I'll talk later. 12th one is your homework. 12th one is your homework today, just for reading. Chalo, done. I want to go ahead and talk about question number 13. People, would you apply the law in question number 13? Read the question, apply the law, and write the answer. Read the question, apply the law, and write the answer. People, I'll give you 4 marks for this, 5 minutes to write. I'll wait for you guys, write the answer. I'll pause the video, write the answer. People watching at home, write now. I hope you guys are done. Can we read the question, everyone? Which section is it relating to? 71C, agent wala concept, right, everyone? Let's read. Were you able to apply the law? Chandragupta Maurya is an artist who makes contemporary painting. He is registered in the state of Kolkata. Chandragupta appoints Dhruv to auction his painting in Maharashtra. Dhruv arranges for auction and identifies the bidder. The highest bidder accepts. Highest bid is accepted and painting is sold to the highest bidder. People, one is a painter, one is an auctioneer, and one is the buyer. The invoice for the supply is issued by Dhruv on behalf of whom? Chandragupta. People, question number 13. This is Chandragupta Maurya, painter. This is person who is doing the auctioneer. And this is the person who is the buyer. People, over here, who issues the invoice? Auctioneer issues the invoice in the name of the auctioneer. Basically, agent is issuing the invoice in his name. Is he an agent as per 71C? When the principal send the painting to him, is it a supply? Louder, everyone. Yes. But in his own name and the painting is delivered. Examine whether Dhruv can be considered as an agent under paragraph number 3 of schedule 1. Is he an agent, everyone? Yes, everyone. Chalo. Now they are telling over here, examine. Will you write your LOC, everyone? Law, the observation, and here is the conclusion. Thus, can I go ahead, everyone? Will you read the answers at your home, everyone? Quickly tell me, everyone. Just a second. We'll do one thing. We'll go through the textbook a little. Okay, everyone? People, we are done with the question answer till here. We are done with the question answers till section number 71C because we have learned till section number 71C. Now let's do one thing. Let's read the textbook also a little to understand what we have understood in the chart book. Is it the same thing in the textbook or not? Please come to your textbook, everyone. Hurry, everyone, please come to your textbooks. Supply chapter ka textbook. How many of you read the textbook at home when I told you to read it? Very good, very good, very good. ठीक है. Chalo, please come to your textbook. Supply, Baba, supply is the taxable event, the happening of which GST will get levied. Do you guys agree? So what is the taxable event in GST? Supply. Only when there is supply, GST gets levied. Now, goods. Goods means every kind of movable property other than money and securities, but includes actionable claim, growing crops, grass, and things attached to or forming part of the land, which are agreed to be severed before supply or under a contract of supply. I told you movable means what is not? Immovable. I told you about immovable. Immovable is 4 things. Do you remember, everyone? The next one, these all examples which I gave in the class, no? I've written down the examples so that when you read later, you will be able to remember. Did we learn about what is money, everyone? Correct. The certificate of deposit and commercial paper also we had discussed. Securities, this definition is given over here. This is just for you to read, just for reading purpose. If for your exam purpose, what will you remember securities as? Shares, stock, bond, debentures, derivatives, all these are securities. Next. This is what I have already explained. Do you remember? Derivatives, future contract, forward contract. Did I already discuss this? This is already discussed. Actionable claim we had already discussed. All the examples which were there, I've told you when I was teaching you in the chart only. Our book is written by me only. I know what is the content of the book. So when I was teaching you through the chart book, means when I was teaching you the concept and settling down with the chart book saying this flow. Now you tell me, do you remember the flow? Section number 7. In your mind, do you remember A, B, and C? C 4 paragraphs. Do you remember this much of the chart now? Correct? That is approximately 5 to 10 pages in your book. But in the chart book, it is only small portion. But you tell me one thing, were you able to answer all your question answers with that? Yes. But the chart book will never disappoint you because it has taken me approximately 2017 I started and today is 2024. So it is approximately 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years that the chart book is written, and every word which I write in the chart book I write it with my hand. It's a completely handwritten one. Now every word which is written with lot of thought that it should not be extra or it should not be less for a student. So everything I go ahead and cover over there. Chalo, next. Priority sector, I'm yet to teach you. I will teach you. I've already written it in the chart book and I've told you I'll teach you. Don't worry about it. It will come. Service, did we understand everyone? Correct? Array, service ka definition, did I teach you? Where is service? Here. Service means anything other than goods. Do you remember everyone? Next. Service means anything other than goods, money, but includes what? Activities relating to use of money. It's conversion from one form to another, one currency to another, one denomination to. There is an explanation, and this explanation also, when we were going ahead and reading the chart book, I have gone ahead and covered over here. Yes. Next. Section number 7, may we started with section number 7.1. Supply may what are the things included? Array, all forms. Did we read about all form? Sale, transfer, barter, exchange, lease, rental, license, and made or agreed to be made for a consideration in the course of business. Consideration ka definition which is there, I'll read out with you guys. Everyone listen. Consideration, you tell me what is consideration, everyone. Consideration means anything which you get it in return. You don't have to remember it for your exam purpose, but you have to understand. I gave you class, you gave me money. Is it consideration? Yes. I gave you class, you gave me your watch. Is it consideration? Yes. I gave you class, you gave class to my son. Baba, did you do an activity for me? I did an activity, you did an activity. So consideration can be something which is cash, kind, monetary, non-monetary, whatever is given in return. Can I go ahead, everyone? Now here you see, consideration in relation to supply means any payment made, whether in money or otherwise. Otherwise means it can be in kind also. In respect of, in response to, or for the inducement of. In respect of means what? In respect of my class, how much did you pay? 10,000. In response to, for an example, I taught so well, one student, Jayan got up and told, sir, in response to your class, wow, I'll give you my car. Tick. In response to. You getting my point? So it can be in respect of my class, I told you have to give me 10,000. In respond to, respond means I did one action and in response to that action, you gave me something. So that is also a consideration. Or for the inducement of, inducement means I was teaching in the class, Jayant is telling, sir, see this car ka key. If I pass, no, he's inducing me to provide him service. If I pass, no, I will give you this car. So he's inducing me. Baba, inducing means that car when he gives me, that is also a consideration. So it can be in respect of my supply, in response to, or for the inducement of. And the supply of goods whether by the recipient or by any other person. Might be you paid me, your papa paid me, some NGO paid me your fees. Is it still a consideration for me? Whether you pay, your papa pays, or some other person pays, it will always be a consideration. This line I will not talk about. Government subsidy I will not talk about now. Okay? Government subsidy, later it will come. Don't worry about it. When right time will come, I will talk about it. And this, okay, the monetary value of any act or forbearance, and rest everything is same. Okay. The monetary value of an act. People, I gave you the class. Jayant told, sir, you give me the class, I'll clean your car only for classroom purpose. Okay? I gave the class. Jayant cleaned my car. Did he give me a consideration? What is the value? The monetary value of the act. Car cleaning is 500 rupees for an example. So what is the consideration I've got? 500 rupees. So they told whether somebody gives you in cash, whether somebody gives you in kind, whether somebody does an act for you. You know what happened? My neighbor told, I will go and complain to the police. You are shouting every day, morning. We are getting disturbed. I told your son, you do one thing. Your son you don't go to the police. I will teach your son free of cost. I taught his son, and he did not go to the police. What is the consideration? Not going to the police is also a consideration. Means when somebody not to do something is also a consideration. Are you guys able to understand? So when he did not go to the police, did he give me a consideration? Yes. So teaching his son, did I get a consideration? What is the consideration? Not going to the police. Are you guys able to understand? So what they are telling, Baba, simple as that. Consideration can be in cash, consideration can be in kind, consideration can be monetary, consideration can be non-monetary, consideration can be an act which you do for me. Consideration can be, if you not do something also, that is also a consideration. Are we clear, everyone? That's all. Now listen, this proviso and this government subsidy wala point, value of supply chapter will come. Trust me, there it will get cleared. Aram se, don't worry about it. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Sir, these examples are just for you to read at home. Recipient, people, definition and all, you forget it. Goods, I gave it to Jayant. Who is the recipient? Jayant. He has to pay me a consideration, he is the recipient. Recipient means, always remember one thing, where a consideration is payable, the person liable to pay is the recipient. Supposingly, I gave class 2, okay, I sold these goods, consideration is payable. The person who pays the consideration is the recipient. I gave this bottle, you are not, there is no consideration, free. Who is the recipient? Who receives the bottle? Okay. I sold this bottle to you, your papa paid me the money. Who is the recipient? Papa. There is no consideration payable. I gave you this bottle. Who is the recipient? You only the recipient. It says, where consideration is payable, the person liable to pay is the recipient. Where consideration is not payable, the person whom I gave the goods is the recipient. Where no consideration is payable for supply of service, the person to whom I gave the service. Tell me one thing. For an example, Naveen is there. I sold some goods to Naveen. Naveen's papa paid. Who is the recipient? Naveen ka papa. Consideration is not payable. Free mein I gave some goods. Who is the recipient? Naveen. Some service I have given him. Naveen's papa is going to pay me for the class. Who is the recipient? Naveen or Naveen ka papa? Naveen ka papa. Father, correct? If consideration is not payable, I gave him free class. Who is the recipient? Naveen. Can I go ahead, everyone? Are we all clear? That's all they are going ahead and telling. Any reference to a person to whom supply is made shall be construed as a reference to the recipient. I told, I gave him the supply. I gave him the supply. Arey, who is he? Recipient. They are telling, whenever you say, I gave him the supply, who is he? His name is recipient. And they are telling, it will include an agent acting on behalf of the recipient. So supposingly, Naveen ka one agent is there. I gave the goods to him. He is also the recipient. Nothing very important. Business ka definition, I want you guys to read today at home. You read this. It's okay. You will have little thoughts. You will have little doubts. Don't worry about it. Next class, by the time when we end the chapter, no, whatever the definitions which are given over here, whatever this definition of business is there, no, you will see we have already covered. See, first point we have already covered. Any trade profession. This side which is there is the law. This side which is there, no, this is my comments. So you read the law, then you read my comment, you will understand. Okay? And don't worry about it. By the time you finish this chapter, you will see business ka definition also I covered everywhere. Next. Art gallery wala artist we understood. When you send, is it supply? Sale, it's a transfer. Business, what is missing? Consideration. So it is supply or it is not supply? But when somebody likes it, sale is there. Is there a consideration fixed now? Is it in the course of business? Supply, not supply? Did we already discuss this? Where? Here. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. AA done. Did you remember I told you about Calcutta Club Limited? The whole discussion is here. Person ka definition, homework, Baba. Arey, who is the person? Individual, HUF, LLP. Then partnership firm, artificial judicial person. Nothing to explain. 7.1b, importation of business, non-business. Both are considered as what, everyone? Over here. But listen, if you go down, arey, what is importation of service? Did I do it in the class? Supply is outside. Recipient is in. Yeah. Service provided in. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Next. This point which is there, you are yet to understand this. Actually, I am yet to talk about it. Don't worry. In the next class, we will be talking. Next. So, OIDR. Do you remember, everyone? OIDR. I am yet to talk about it. Correct? Examples are for you to read as homework. You will see I have already discussed them. Some 1 or 2 example you will not understand, like the 5th one, 4th or 5th one. Sir, why will I not understand? Because OIDR is yet to be discussed. The next one is 7.1c. How many paragraph? Paragraph number 1, 2, 3 and 4. You will see over here, paragraph number 1 understood. Examples which I have given in the class, same examples are given. Do you remember car ke liye marginal scheme? Did we discuss? Second one, supply of goods between related person and distinct person as specified in section number 25 when made in the course of furtherance of business. Did I discuss about the gift given to employee up to 50,000 rupees? Related person, did we learn scope plus family plus sole agent? Family, did I tell you? Spouse, children, PGBS. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Some examples for you to read at home. Distinct person, did I tell you? What is distinct person? Same state, separate registration, distinct person. One state registered, another state registered, distinct person. One state registered, one state unregistered, still distinct. Same examples I have given for you guys to read. This circular I am yet to teach you. Sir, where is the circular? See here. When I was teaching you, I told you I'll discuss this circular later. Right time will come, we'll discuss it. Principal agent, did we do it? In principal agent, there's a circular which is there, which we have already discussed. Today at home, you will be reading all this example. 1, 2, 3. These examples you will read today. The next one is 4th one, importation of service, related person or own establishment, without and in the course or furtherance of business. Did we discuss them? Just tell me one thing. These 13 pages, did we go ahead and summarize it all? Baba, the chart book is designed in such a way, trust me, you will see in your exam also, you are able to answer everything. But all I need from you guys is to practice. Were you able to answer all the question answers? Yes. Business ka definition is the only thing which I have told you, which also will get covered by the end of the chapter. Clear? Please come to your chart book, everyone. Where are we done till? Section number 7.1a, AA, B and C. We'll do one thing, everyone. We'll take a quick break. Okay, everyone? We'll take a quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll resume our discussion with section number 7.1a. Let's take a quick break, everyone. All right, let's go ahead and continue our discussion now. We were done till section number 71A, section number 71 AA, section number 71B, and section number 71C. If your activity falls under section number 71A, AA, B, and C, your activity is a supply. Now, whether your activity is a supply of goods or supply of service, we have to go ahead and refer section number 71, capital A, which goes ahead and says that, sir, whether your activity will be a supply of goods or it will be a supply of service, you have to go ahead and refer schedule 2. You have to go ahead and refer what, everyone? Schedule 2. Now, when we go to schedule 2 may, they have gone ahead and told, if I show you schedule 2 in our GST Act, which is there, after schedule 1 it comes schedule 2, and schedule 2 says those activities have to be treated as supply of goods or supply of service. That is told where, everyone? Schedule 2 may. So basically, whenever one activity falls under supply under section number 7(1), you have to go ahead and see in section number 7(1)(a) whether it is supply of goods or supply of service. But 7(1)(a) refers to schedule 2 and says please go to schedule 2. In schedule 2 I have told whether your activity will be supply of goods or it will be a supply of service. In schedule 2 we have 6 paragraph. Paragraph number 1, paragraph 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 paragraph. Absolutely easy paragraphs which are there. Simple. It just goes ahead and says, for an example, the first one, if there is a transfer of title in goods. Title means what, everyone? If I gave you the ownership, title means what? I gave you the ownership. For an example, this is my mobile phone. You told, sir, I want your mobile phone. Please sell it to me. I sold you my mobile phone. Is it supply of goods or supply of service? They clarified. Simple, everyone. It is a supply of goods. They clarified. So basically, when I give you the title, I give you the possession also. I give you the ownership also. For an example, this is my car. You came and told me, sir, please sell me your car. I sold you my car. I gave you the possession also. I gave you the ownership also. Is it supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods. So one shopkeeper is there. He sells the goods. He sells the goods means he gives you the title, possession also and ownership also. My question, he is giving supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods. Simple clarification. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Right in goods or undivided share. Sir, what do you mean by right in goods or undivided share? For an example, I'll tell you, there are 3 members who are there, A, B and C. Okay? They went ahead and bought one JCB machine. You guys remember JCB machine? Yes, everyone? They bought one JCB machine. Now, this JCB machine belongs to A, B and C. All the 3 cars, this JCB machine belongs to A, B and C. And all of them thought that we'll buy the JCB machine, rent it out, earn some profit. What is the work of, why did they take the JCB machine? So that they can rent it out and earn some profit. Now what happened? B is telling, I am done with the business, I want to leave and go. Can B do this? That B is telling, I will take the front portion and go. Can he do that? Yes or no, everyone? No. Why? Because it's an undivided share. You have some ownership. You have some right in the goods. But that is not dividable. And that's why we call it right in goods or undivided share in the goods. So now what B is telling, I am leaving the firm and going. I want to transfer this share to D. Might be D is there. D is going to come inside the business. So he went ahead and transferred the right which he had in the goods. He did not give the goods. He did not give the ownership of the goods. Baba, he is just giving his right. He had some right in the goods. He went ahead and gave the rights to someone. Giving of right in some goods is always a supply of service. That is what they have clarified. That if you have some right in goods or some undivided share, if you go ahead and give that undivided share to someone else, it is always a supply of service. Are we clear with this? Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Title in future or hire purchase. Okay. Supposingly, you went to Audi and you told, I want a car. Audi went ahead and told you, okay, sir, we will give you the car. But you told, I don't have money. So you have to give me installment facility. So Audi gave you the car. Audi gave you the car ka position. And they told, sir, See, we will not give you the ownership. We'll just give you the possession. You keep paying the installment. You keep paying the installment. Once you are done paying all the installment, once you are done paying the all the installment, we will give you the ownership also. But here ownership is given in where, everyone? Future. Ownership is not given currently. They only give you the possession of the car. Arey Baba, when you buy a car, they give you the car immediately. You keep paying the installment. Only after you have paid the last installment, what they will do, everyone? They will give you the ownership also. So after the last installment is paid, they will give you the ownership. This is known as what, everyone? Hire purchase. Do you buy, generally people buy car like this, wherein they keep paying the installment. When they pay the last installment, the car ka ownership will get transferred. Now over here, people ask, sir, I went ahead and gave him installment facility. Car ka ownership to will be transferred in future. Today when I give him the car, is it supply of goods or supply of service? Because giving the car, I am giving you only the possession now. You are going to keep using it. In future, the ownership will be transferred. So government clarified that when you are giving the car to him now, Arey, will I go ahead and charge you some GST? Yes or no? Supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods. So they are telling whenever transfer of title will happen in future, it is always hire purchase transaction and it is always a supply of goods. My question, when Maruti Suzuki sold you the car now, he gave you the possession. Ownership will be given in future, but what rate of GST will apply? Supply of goods ka rate or supply of service ka rate? Supply of goods ka rate. Are we clear, everyone? Is the first paragraph clear to all of you? People watching at home, are we 100% clear? Can we go ahead? Now, the second one. People tell me one thing. Land and building. Do you remember land and building? Goods or service? People, land and building is goods or service? Service. My land, if I give it to you on rent, if I give it to you on lease, what it will be? Giving of lease, tenancy I'll talk about, don't worry. Easement to occupy land. What is easement? Easement, do you remember yesterday I told you? In the first class I went ahead and told you about here. In the first class of supply, did I tell you? Goods, when I was explaining, my home is over here, my office is over here, this land belongs to you. I told you, please give me the path, right, to use the path which is there. So I told you, you are making it easy for me to go from home to office. So this path is known as what, everyone? Easement. So if I go ahead and give you the land on rent, I give you my land on lease, or I give you easement, some area of my land to use for some time, I am giving you supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of service. Because land is a service, leasing, easement to occupy land is also a supply of service. Okay. This is my building. This is my building. If building, I give it to you on lease. I give it to you on lease. Or I rent it out. It will be a supply of goods or supply of service. My building is there. This building, I give it to you on lease. Or I rent it out to you. Supply of goods or supply of service? Lease, letting out of building is always a supply of service. Okay, everyone? Are we clear till here? Chalo, next. Sir, Pagdi system. I will talk about Pagdi system, but little later, not now. Okay, everyone? I will talk about it. Actually, for Pagdi system, you need to learn little of Schedule 3. And then we have to come back. Okay, everyone? So we'll talk about it. Don't worry. I told you the first paragraph. What is the first paragraph, everyone? Transfer. If I give you the transfer of title, people, supply of. If I give you the right in goods, if I go ahead and do a hire purchase transaction, okay. Second, land and building. Land and building, if I lease it out, rent it out, always remember it will be a supply of service. Are we clear till here, everyone? Can we go ahead? There's nothing difficult in Schedule 2. It's just clarifying whether it is supply of goods or supply of service. This paragraph, this Pagdi system, I'll talk about it in some time. The next one. Treatment or process applied on another person's good is always a supply of service. Sir, what do you mean by treatment or process on another person's goods? For an example, I made this table. I made this table over here. Sir, your name? Afzal. Okay. I told Afzal, I will send you this table. You do the varnishing of the table. You do the painting on the table and give me back my table. My question over here, I send him the table. He did the painting on the table or he did the varnishing on the table and he gave my table back. He has given me goods or he has given me service. Why service? During the varnishing he used paint. He used items also. Yes or no, everyone? So when he gave me some material also back with the table. When he did the painting, did he use paint? But he gave me service also. Yes or no? Did he do some job for me? So my question over here, supply of goods or supply of service? Okay. I made this bottle. I send it to Afzal. I told do the painting of the bottles and give it back to me. Did he use some paint? Paint is material. And he used some labor also. He put some sweat and he made the bottle. Yes or no? He did the painting and gave it back to me. He's given me goods or supply of service? Louder. Sir, because if anybody does any treatment or process on another person's goods, it is always a supply of service. So this goods belongs to me. I give it to you. You did the treatment or process on the goods and you gave it back to me. Might be while doing the treatment or process, you would have used some material, but doesn't matter. What you have given me is always to be considered as supply of goods and supply of goods and service or supply of service. Service. Are we clear with this point, everyone? That's what they are going ahead and telling over here. If any treatment or process is applied on another person's goods, it is always a supply of service. Chalo, I'll ask you some question. One point is there. 1 minute. Huh. For an example, you know tires ka rethreading is done. What is rethreading of tire? What is rethreading of tire? Supposingly, your car tire has become like this. All the rubber grip, etc. has gone. You came to my shop. You told, sir, please take out the tire of my car which is there. Do the rethreading. What I will do, no? I will put this new rubber on the tire and make the tire look like new ekdam. Full new. So what I did? I took out the tire of your car. I put the rubber on it. I put glue on it and I made the tire look like new and I put the tire back and you went. My question, I gave you goods or I gave you supply of service? No, I used material also, no. Rubber, gum, everything I used. But still government have told, Ramesh, even though you use 90% material, 99% material, doesn't matter. Did you do treatment or process on another person's goods? Did the goods belong to someone else? The tires belongs to whom? Your? Does the tire belong to you? I took out the tire, I did the retreading, I put the tire back, I gave you supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of service. Always. Chalo, I'll ask you one question, everyone. This is me over here. What is this, everyone? Bag, garbage bag. I went to the market, bought some tires. Okay, everyone, I went to the market, bought some tires and I came back. Okay. Now what I did, I took out all these tires. I made them look like new by doing the rethreading. And now outside my shop, I have kept them and I am selling them. People understand. I went to the market. I bought old tires. I made them look like new. And now I am selling them. I am selling the rethreaded tires. My question is, I am selling goods or I am selling service? Why goods? My own tires. I did the rethreading and then I am selling rethreaded tire. It is always supply of goods because I am selling the title in the goods. My ownership, I am giving the goods ka ownership to you now. People, is this point clear to all? Can I go ahead? But if your tires, I did the rethreading, supply of service. Are we clear, everyone? But my tires only. What does small shopkeeper do? They buy all the old tires, etc. They do the rethreading and sell those tires. Have you seen outside some puncture shop and all? They will do the rethreading and then they will sell those old tires which are there. Is he giving service or he is giving supply of goods? Supply of goods. Are we clear with this point? That's what is the clarification which came relating to rethreading. People over here. Supplier does rethreading for customer. People, if I do rethreading for you, I'm giving you goods or service. But Supplier sells rethreaded tire, then it is always supply of goods. People watching at home, are we clear with this? Can we go ahead? Next. Chalo, I'll ask you one more thing. You know, bus ka, you would have seen in the highway sometime, one driver will be sitting, he will taking this kind of bus and going. Only the chassis of the bus is there. Where is he taking it? He's taking it to a fabricator. What the fabricator will do? He'll make the body on the bus. Have you seen everyone? He'll make the body. Actually, when you buy bus, etc., no, from big companies, they give you the chassis and they tell you, sir, you design as per you. If you want to make seater, you make seater car. If you want to make it sleeper, then you make sleeper class. However you want, you make it. Your wish. Sleeper class or seater class or sleeper class or semi-sleeper class. However you want, you can get it designed. My question over here, you came to me with the chassis, with this chassis, and you told me, sir, can you do the bus ka bodybuilding on the chassis which I am giving you? You gave your chassis, I did the bus ka bodybuilding. I used iron, steel, seats, leather, everything I used, and I did the bus ka bodybuilding for you. I did fabrication for you. Correct, everyone? My question, I gave you goods or I gave you service? Why service? I did treatment or process on your goods. Might be I used 99% material only. Little only service was there. But still it will always be considered a supply of service. You know what I will be called as? I'll be called as a job worker. In practical life, we call them as a job worker. When somebody does job on someone else's goods, it is always called, everyone, job work. And job work is always a supply of service. Can I go ahead, everyone? And that's what they're telling. Ki, sir, okay, tell me one thing. I am Volvo company. I am Volvo company. This chassis belongs to me only. This chassis belongs to me only. I did the bus ka bodybuilding and I sold the bus. My question, supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods. This clarification had come saying, sir, bus ka bodybuilding, that is fabrication. If chassis is provided by the customer, remember it's always a supply of service. But if you own the chassis, you make the bus ka body and then you supply the bus, then it is always supply of goods. Please tell me, are we clear with this? Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Transfer of business asset. People understand one thing. You know what I did? I am a businessman. Okay? I bought all the business assets, etc. Everything is there in my business. Okay? I took all the input tax credit, etc. Now what happened? I sold some goods. And remaining goods, no. I thought I'll close my business, take it home. I'll take it home. So I closed my business and I took all the goods home. Government is telling, Ramesh, if transfer of business is happening, okay, I'll talk that later. First, I'll talk about permanent transfer. Tell me one thing, everyone. If I permanently transfer my business asset to you, for an example, this projector is my business asset. I gave the business asset to you. Supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of? Simple clarification. They told if you permanently transfer or you dispose of your business asset, it is always supply of goods. This projector belongs to my business. This projector belongs to my business. Or I'll take the example of a car. In my business, there is a car. My director came and told me, sir, my son ka wedding is there. Can you give me the car for 3-4 days or 5 days? I will use it in the wedding and I'll give it back to you. I gave the car to him. I told you have to pay me 10,000 rupees. He gave me 10,000 rupees. My question over here, temporarily did I give the business asset to him? I gave him goods or I gave him service? Remember, if you put your business asset to private use or you make it available for non-business use, it is always supply of service. Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? People, my question. This is my business asset. Permanently gave it to someone. Supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods. Business asset. Temporarily gave it to someone. Supply of service. But I'll tell you one thing. Temporarily, if you give it to someone, it should be for a consideration. Because without consideration to temporary transfer of business asset, it will not come under supply. Are you guys able to understand? See, first of all, I'll tell you one thing. First of all, your activity has to fall in section number 71A, AA, B, or C. Then only it will be supply of goods or supply of service. So if I go ahead and do any activity, first it has to be a supply, then I will see supply of goods or supply of service. Can I go ahead, everyone? Are we all clear till here? Now you tell me one thing. If permanently I transfer my business asset, supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods. Temporarily, if I transfer my business asset, supply of service. But provided there should be a consideration, because temporary transfer of business asset without consideration is not a supply only. For an example, I gave my car to my director for 5 days to use. Temporarily, I gave it to him. Did not charge him anything. My question over here, temporary transfer of business asset. Okay, one of my friend was there. Him, I gave my car temporarily. Temporary transfer of my business asset without consideration. Is it falling anywhere in 71A, AA, B and C? CMA it will fall only if it is a permanent transfer. If it's a temporary transfer, it is not falling in C. So if it is not supply only, why will I call it supply of service? First of all, it has to be a supply. So now I'll give you one more example. Temporarily, I gave my car to my director or my friend to use. Business ka asset for a consideration. Why supply? Which section? 71A. It is a activity for a consideration. It's not your business, but it is in the course of your business. It will come under supply. Now supply of goods or supply of service. That's what they're telling. Temporary transfer, whenever you make anything put to private use or make it available for non-business use, it is always a supply of service. Are we 100% clear? Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, the next one I'll tell you. I bought assets. I took the input tax credit. Aram se maja used the input tax credit. Okay, everyone. I used the input tax credit. Now, some goods are lying in my business. I thought, hey, who will sell and all? I closed my business, took all the assets home. Government is telling, wait, Baba, wait. When you take all the assets home, who will pay the GST? Don't you think closing the business, taking all the assets home, it is like permanently you're transferring your business asset to home? Yes or no, everyone? Without consideration also, it will be considered as supply. And hence, government went ahead and clarified over here that, sir, if you transfer the business asset at the time of closure, if you take it home, remember, it will be deemed. It is actually not supply of goods, but it will be deemed that it's a supply of goods. And if it's a supply of goods, you have to pay GST, everyone. Yes. That's what they're telling over here. So if I close my business and take all my assets home, my question, taking all the assets home, supply of, do I have to pay GST on this? Yes. Sir, without consideration, you took it home. Arey Baba. Section number 71C. Permanently, Baba, when you are taking your assets home, it is always supply of goods. Can I go ahead, everyone? Everyone over here now. So people tell me one thing. Transfer of business asset. Permanently transferred. Supply of goods. Temporarily transferred. Supply of service. You have to see, first of all, it has to be supply. At the time of closure, I took it home. It is deemed as supply of goods. Can we go ahead, everyone? The next one over here is exception. Sir, exception means, people tell me one thing. Why is government telling it as deemed as supply of goods when you take the assets home? Because government wants GST. Do you guys agree with me? When you close the business and take all the assets home, government is telling it as deemed as supply of goods because government wants GST. Do you guys agree with me? Arey, yes or no, everyone? Yes. So yes, sir, government wants GST, so government is telling it is a supply of goods. You know what? Government gave one solution over here. Government told Ramesh, listen, you bought the goods, you took the input tax, credit, goods are over here. ठीक है? You are now closing your business. You are now closing your business. You are taking all the assets home, no? If you take all the assets home, I will not get GST. So I will deem that activity as supply of goods and you have to pay GST. Is this point clear to all? Sure. I did one thing. I went ahead and transferred the whole business to my friend. This is my friend over here. I told I will give you my whole business. I give him my whole business. All the assets of the business, all the liabilities of the business, everything went to him. Now my question over here, listen. When you transfer the business to your friend as going concern, what is going concern, everyone? Running business you gave him. Now he is going to continue the business. Government says, Ramesh, you tell your friend to take registration. In our chapter of registration, we'll talk about it. I'll show you 1 minute, everyone. When we go to our chapter of registration, you will see over here, if you transfer the business to someone, people over here, if you transfer the business to someone, transferor, if you are a registered person and you transfer your business as going concern, then the transferee or the successor will be liable for. So my question over here, will he have to take registration? Yes. So when he has to take registration, when he will sell, will he collect GST? Are all these goods, when he will sell, because he is a registered person, will he collect GST? Will he pay GST to the government? Yes. Are yes or no, everyone? So government says, Ramesh, when you give him the assets and liability, I will not charge any GST from you. GST will be exempted over here. Sir, why exempted? Why exempted, everyone? Because ultimately government ka motto was what? To collect GST. Is government collecting from me, or when I give it to someone, from him government is collecting? Baba, when I give the assets and liabilities to my friend, government is telling Ramesh, let him sell. Let him collect GST and give it to me. Then, when I give him the assets and liabilities, it will be exempted. Are we clear, everyone? Can you tell me one thing? I close my business, took all the assets home. Supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods. It will be deemed as supply of goods. Do I have to pay GST? Yes. It will be exempted, but when? If I give my business as going concern, all the assets and liabilities I gave it to my friend, whomever I transferred my business, now he is going to carry on the business. When we go to the registration chapter, we'll see that whenever you give the business to someone else, if you were a registered person and you gave the business as going concern to someone, that another person has to take. Why was he told, sir, my friend's turnover is not 20 lakh only. My friend's turnover is not yet crossed 40 lakh. For goods it is 40, for service it is 20. Sir, for an example, I was a supplier of goods. My friend ka turnover is not yet 40 lakh. Why will he take registration? But government made it mandatory. Government told Ramesh, if you are giving your business to your friend, if you are giving your business to your friend, you are giving all the assets and liabilities. We will exempt it. We will exempt. You don't have to pay GST, but your friend has to take registration under section number 22(3), which I just now showed you. He will sell, he will collect GST, and he'll pay GST to the government. Are we clear with this point? Can we go ahead, everyone? Just a minute. Are we clear, everyone? Next. See, it says GST will be exempted if business is transferred as going concern or business is carried on by a personal representative who is already a taxable person. Means if you go ahead and give it to your successor, somebody died, so his son is going to carry on the business. So it is the same situation. What is happening over here? One person died. Now his son is going to carry on the business. Baba, same, you have given the business as going concern to him. He is already a taxable person. Taxable person means he's already a registered person. So my question, when he sells, will he collect GST and give it to the government? Yes or no? So my question, when I give the assets and liabilities to him, will GST come or GST will be exempted? GST will be exempted. I'll show you one thing, everyone. In our registration exemption chapter, this point will come. 1 minute. You don't go here and there. I will show you in our exemption chapter. No, this one line will read. You see on the board. See. Why is it slow? ठीक. See, whenever you transfer business as going concern as a whole or independent part, it is under exemption. So I'm just linking you, saying that, sir, what government told everyone. Now you tell me, people, you have to answer me. I am a registered person. ठीक है everyone? When I bought the goods, I went in and took the input tax credit. ठीक है? Now I close my business and I am taking all these assets home. What it will be? Supply of goods. Do I have to pay GST? Yes. But I gave all the assets and liabilities and I transferred my business as going concern. Baba, when you transfer your business as going concern, no, you give assets also to him, you give liabilities also to him. Correct, everyone? Now I went ahead and gave it to someone. And now he is required to take registration under section number 22, 3, which I showed you in registration chapter now. Baba, will he take registration? When he will sell, will he collect GST? Will he pay GST to the government? So it means, what about my, when I transfer the assets, will it be supply of goods or not supply of goods? It will not be a supply of goods. Are we 100% clear with this? Can I go ahead, everyone? That's all. Government has gone ahead and told over here that, Ramesh, this will not be a supply of goods. See. There is little more I have to talk about it, which you will say, sir, what about this credit which is remaining with you? If you have some credit, can you give it to him also? Correct or not? This thought is there. I will talk about it in input tax credit ka chapter. Okay, everyone? Not now. Otherwise, if I talk more, you will get confused. Are we clear with this, everyone? So here GST will be exempted. I linked exemption chapter. And here he has to take registration so that when he sells, he can collect GST and pay it to the government. Are we 100% clear? Chalo. So my question to you, everyone, I closed my business, took all the assets home. Supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of goods. I transferred my business to my friend. He is taking registration, he is continuing the business. My transfer will be exempted. Why? Because he has to take registration, collect GST and pay it to the government. And everyone, if you transfer the business as going concern, or supposingly one person died and now his son is carrying on the business, son is already a registered person. When the assets transferred or liabilities transferred from the father to the son, will there be any GST or exempted? Exempted. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. These things will always be treated as supply of service. Government told renting of immovable property. Sir, immovable property, so you already spoke here only. Where? Land and building, so I already spoke. Beta, only land and building is immovable. Immovable means what? Land, benefit out of land, things attached to the land, anything which is attached to what is attached to the land. So people, here what we spoke was only land and building. Correct, everyone? Chalo, I'll go ahead and ask you one question now. This is one telecom tower. It belongs to Reliance. Movable, immovable? Immovable. Airtel told Reliance, can you please give it us to on rent? Can you give it to us on rent? My question, giving it on rent, supply of goods or supply of service? Simple. Any other immovable property, if you are giving it on rent, it will always be a supply of service. Are we all clear till here, everyone? Next. Construction of a complex or building, etc. Sir, what do you mean by construction? For an example, I am a real estate, I make buildings. I make building. You supposingly, what is your name? Janani. Janani. Okay. Janani told me, sir, I want to make my dream home. Can you please, this is Janani, okay, okay. Janani became a CA. Now she's telling, sir, I want to make a building. Can you help me with making the building? I am a constructor, okay. You paid me some money and I went ahead and made the building for you. My question, I have given you supply of goods or supply of service? If I construct the building for you, I am giving you supply of service. Always remember, whenever somebody does construction of a complex building, etc., it is always a supply of service. I'll talk little more about this, not now. This will come, but you have to learn schedule 3, then come back. Don't worry. There are a lot of things in GST which I'll tell you, I'll come back. Because when I'm teaching you, everything in GST is linked. So what happens is, when I'm teaching you something, I have to tell you, I'll come back. Because the next point when we learn, we have to come back and read it. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. IPR. People, what is IPR, everyone? You might be feeling, no, sir, so easy things are this. Schedule 2. But Schedule 2 is just clarificatory in nature. It's just telling supply of goods or supply of service. IPR. What is IPR, everyone? Intellectual property rights like copyright, trademark. Tell me one thing. I have a copyright on my chart book which is there. My question, this copyright which is there, is it goods or service? I have a copyright, trademark, copyright, trademarks, etc. Supply of goods or supply of service? If I have a copyright, copyright is goods or service? I am asking again and again so that you think. 1 minute. Goods means every kind of. You are telling service, right? I tell it is goods. Listen. Goods means every kind of movable property. Movable means what is not? Immovable. Immovable means only land, benefit out of land, things attached to the earth, anything attached to what is attached to the earth. Is copyright falling in any one of them? Is copyright, patent, IPRs falling in any one of them? If it is not immovable, it is movable. And hence copyright, trademarks, all are movable. Movable means they are goods. Got it, everyone? People, you have to always go by definition. Immovable properties are not goods. Immovable properties are only 4 things. Sure, everyone? Now, all these 4 things is anywhere IPRs falling? Intellectual property right, is it falling anywhere? No. If it is not falling in all these 4, then it will always be movable. Movable means it will always be goods. My question, IPRs are goods or service now? Goods. Tell me one thing. I own the copyright on my goods. I permanently gave you the copyright. Transfer of title is always supply of goods. Do you remember? But now I'm not talking about that. What they are telling is, see, if copyright which is there is goods and I transfer the title of my goods, it is always a supply of goods. But people ask, sir, if somebody gives temporarily transfer or use of IPR, for an example, you came and told me, sir, can you give me the copyright of your book for 1 year? I gave you the copyright of my book for 1 year. I am giving you goods or I am giving you service. Supply of service. Temporarily, if I give it to someone, pharmaceutical companies, they go to people and tell, please give us your patent for 1 year. They give the patent. I have a medicine, I have a drug which I have made, and I give it the patent to the pharmaceutical company for 1 year to use. Permanently given then? Supply of goods. Temporarily, if I give it to them, supply of service. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. So if I go ahead and tell you IPR, permanent transfer, it is like transfer of title. Correct or not, everyone? And it will be a supply of goods. But if I temporarily transfer, it will always be a supply of service. Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? Yes, sir, clear. So next. Now we have software. IT software. IT means information technology software. Now, software can be of 3 types. One can be a pre-packed software. Pre-packed software, which comes in a CD. You have seen software comes in CD. Already packed in a box. For an example, earlier Tally software used to come in a CD. Have you seen, everyone? Pre-packed software. Pre-packed means it is already put in a device and it is already ready. The second is, I wanted, okay, so I'll give you the example of Tally. Tally earlier used to come in a CD, which used to be a pre-packed software. You install the CD, you put the CD in your system, install the software, done. Okay. Second can be, I called Oracle. Oracle company, you know, everyone. And I told, can you customize one GST software for my company? Do people get software customized also? So if somebody sold me a pre-packed software, can somebody also go ahead and customize software for me? Yes or no? Can somebody do customization also for me? Yes. And the last one can be, can somebody do upgradation also? For an example, I called Tally Solution and told them, sir, the software which you gave me, I want to upgrade the software. Can they do upgradation also for me? Remember, whenever somebody is selling a pre-packed software, it is always supply of goods. It is always supply of goods. They have not clarified over here, but it is a supply of goods only. ठीक है. Lot of previous case laws etc. which went to the court and all, court has clarified that it is always a supply of goods. These two they have clarified. They told if somebody, I develop one software for you, I upgrade one software for you, I customize software for you, I am giving you goods or service? Louder everyone. Service. So it is telling development, upgradation, etc. of IT software is always a supply of service. Next. E point says agreeing to the obligation to refrain, tolerate. RTA means refrain, tolerate, or to do an act. People, this point which is there, you keep it on hold, okay? I will do it. After schedule 3, we will come back to this. Okay? This needs some more knowledge and then we'll come back. Next. This point I'm yet to come back. Transfer of right to use goods. People tell me one thing, this is my car. I gave you the ownership of my car. Supply of goods or supply of service? Goods. Okay? For an example, Jayan came and told me, sir, I have to go out with my girlfriend. Please give me your car to use for one day. I gave him goods or service? Supply of service. Zoom car gives you the car to use. They give you supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of service. Remember, people see, here it was right in goods or undivided share. It was not right to use. I had some right in my goods which I gave it to you. It was supply of service. Here we are talking about right to use. If I go ahead and give you my car to use, it is always supply of service. I had a laptop. This laptop you told, sir, please give me your laptop to use. I am giving you goods or service? Supply of service. That's what they're telling. Transfer of right to use goods is always a supply of service. Do one thing now, everyone. Till here, till paragraph number 5, whatever I have told you, quickly go through. People watching at home, are we all clear till here? Done? Chalo. Now, the last paragraph which is there is I am cutting something, you leave it. You don't do anything about it. It says there are two items which will always be considered as supply of service. Number one is works contract. Number two is what, everyone? Restaurant and catering. Sir, what is works contract? Works contract actually carries a definition which is there, which I want you guys to know. See, in your book, it is there in page number 2.17. You don't have to go here and there, just keep listening. Works contract service means what? Works contract service means a contract for building, construction, fabrication. People, a contract for building, construction, fabrication, completion, erection, installation, fitting out, improvement, modification, repair, maintenance, renovation, alteration, commissioning of any immovable property. Remember, works contract is always in relation to immovable property, wherein transfer of goods, whether as goods or in some other form, is involved in the execution of works contract, in the execution of the contract. Sir, what do you mean by this? For an example, I went ahead and told, sir, your name? Chetan. I told Chetan, can you make this building for me? See, if Chetan, I gave all the material, etc. Chetan just did the construction. Construction is the supply of service. Correct, everyone? I told Chetan, you get the material. You get the material, you get your laborers and make this building and give it to me. He's giving me material also. Correct? He's giving me labor also. He's giving me what service? Works contract. Works contract means a contract for building, for construction, fabrication. Okay. I told Chetan, in this building, all this iron ka grill which is to be put in the windows. You get the iron grill. You get your laborers. Come and fit the iron grill in my building. He is giving me goods also. He is giving me labor also, which is service. When he gives me the bill he will write what? It's a works contract service. And the rate will be applying of works contract. Can I go ahead, everyone? I'll ask you one more thing. For an example, all the ceiling of the room which is there has become old. I told Jayant, for an example, I told Jayant, you get your material, you get your laborers, change all the ceilings of the room. Jayant gave me goods or Jayant gave me service, everyone. Material also he gave me. He gave me laborers also. He gave me supply of service, which is works contract service. Are we all clear with this, everyone? Next, I'll tell you one more thing. Okay. For an example, this is my building. Okay, everyone. In my building, I wanted one toilet seat, for an example, to be constructed. Okay. I told Jayant, you get the toilet seat, you get your laborers, install the toilet seat. People, toilet seat is movable, immovable? Immovable. Array, yes or no, everyone? Anything attached to the building is also? And I am giving you all example of immovable only. He came with the toilet seat, his people, and he installed the toilet seat for me. Did he do an immovable property? Did he construct an immovable property for me? Or you can go ahead and not call it construct. You might go ahead and call it anything. They are telling, see, building, construction, fabrication, completion, erection, installation. Did he do the installation for me of a toilet seat? Which should be with respect to what, everyone? Immovable property. I told Jayant, my building ka small portion is broken. Can you get your laborers? Can you get the material? Repair this small portion over here. He repaired it. People, repair with respect to an immovable property is also what, everyone? Works contract. So when he gives me the bill, will he give me separate bill for material, separate bill for labor, or he'll give me one bill which is works contract service? Works contract service. Can I go ahead, everyone? Everyone over here, I hope this point is clear to all of you. Works contract with respect to an immovable property is always supply of service. And works contract is always in relation to immovable property only. Can I go ahead, everyone? The next one over here is restaurant and catering. You went to one 5-star restaurant. You went to one 5-star restaurant. They went in and gave you 99% service, 1% food, little food. Baba, 5-star mein generally what happens? 5% food, 95% service. Is restaurant a supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of service. You went to self-service restaurant. 99% was food. No service only, little service. They are giving you goods or service? Service. Always remember, whether it is a 5-star restaurant or a self-service restaurant. Restaurant, when it is giving you the bill, it will always charge you GST at the rate of supply of service, because restaurant and catering is always a supply of service. Baba, in GST, not only the rate of GST, but the provisions of GST for goods and for service are different. When do you have to pay GST with respect to goods? What rate of GST will apply for goods? What rate of GST will apply for service? When do you have to pay the GST with respect to service? All provisions are different, and hence differentiating whether it is supply of goods or supply of service is very, very important. Are we all clear till here, everyone? So tell me one thing, restaurant is always supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of service. One caterer came and gave catering in your, might be supposing Jayant was getting married, he called one caterer. Caterer came and gave the catering service. Supply of goods or supply of service? Supply of service. Are we clear with this point, everyone? That's it. Nothing was there in section number 7.1a. Tell me one thing, what are we done with till now? We started learning GST with section number 7. Everything should be remembered, everyone. Section number 7. Section number 7.1a. All forms for a in the course of business. AA, everyone. Person other than doing an activity with the, or members doing an activity for a, will be considered as supply. Then B, everyone. Importation of service for a consideration. Business, non-business, both will be considered as supply. Anyone, any doubt till here? Next. Sir, but this will be RCM and this will be section number 7.1c told 4 activities, right, everyone? You remember 4 activities? Number 1, business asset, where ITC availed on such asset. Supply between related person or distinct person in the course of. Third one, principal to agent, and agent to principal. Which agent is this? Who is buying in his name or selling in his name? Last one. Importation from related person or own establishment, but for without consideration also will be considered as supply. Now, this much we had already learned. Now, what did we go ahead and complete, everyone? That if your activity is falling in section number 7.1, then we have to go ahead and see where 7.1a, whether it is supply of goods or supply of service. But remember, first your activity should fall in 7.1a, AA, B or C. Only then you will see 7.1a, and 7.1a told what? Schedule 2. Schedule 2 ka we learned paragraph number 1. Paragraph number 1 told about transfer. Paragraph number 2 told about land and building. Paragraph number 3 told about treatment or process on other person's goods. Fourth one told about business asset. Permanent transfer, supply of goods. Temporary transfer, service. Transfer on closure, deemed to be a supply of goods. But it will not be a supply of goods if you transfer the business as going concern. And fifth one, everyone, some things which will always be considered a supply of service. And the last paragraph was works contract, restaurant and catering. Are we all clear till here? Now, government goes ahead and says, Ramesh, some things, even though it is supply, but still, even though it is supply under section number 7.1, it is falling in supply, but still government goes ahead and says, I don't want GST on that, and hence I can go ahead and write it under section number 7.2. So if government has written an activity under section number 7.2, then that will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. If you go ahead and see section number 7.2, 7.2 says activities or transaction which are specified in schedule 3. Schedule. So section number 7.2a. 7.2 has A and 7.2 has B. 7.2a says those activity or transaction which are specified in where, everyone? Schedule 3 will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Just like how we had schedule 2, you have schedule 3 also over here. Can you see, everyone? And schedule 3 may, if your activity is falling, that activity will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Let's go ahead and understand schedule 3, everyone. Please come to section number 7.2. Now we are going to learn about schedule 3. And 7.2 has A also and B also. B I'll talk later, but first let's go ahead and cover 7.2a. Schedule 3. Schedule 3 ka first activity. Can you guys read what is the activity ka name? Services by employee to the employer. Everyone over here now. I am an employee. I am a employee. This guy is my employer. But people tell me one thing. Does employee does an activity for the employer? Yes. Does he do for a consideration? And is he trying to earn money? It means he is also trying to do business. I told you to read business. If you read your textbook business ka definition, you will understand. Anyone who is trying to go ahead and earn money, everyone is covered in business ka definition. So basically he is also trying to earn money over here, and he is also covered in business ka definition. So people, is his activity supply? If his activity is supply, just imagine when employee gave the services to the employer, and employer is going ahead and giving salary. Correct? Employee is telling, hey, take the bill, 50,000 ka salary plus my GST, and he is taking GST. Have you seen ever employees collecting GST? Why not? Because they have specifically told in schedule 3 that whenever service is given by an employee to the employer in relation to employment, Baba, in the course or in relation to employment, then that will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Are we clear, everyone? People always remember this point. So if I am an employee, I am giving services to my employer. Employer is paying me anything in the course of my employment. In the course of my employment, then remember it will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Course of my employment, employer can pay me salary. Employer can pay me rent-free accommodation. Employer can pay me perquisites. Yes or no, everyone? But it should be in the course of It means it should be written in the employment contract. My question to you guys, everyone, listen. I am an employee. People, I'll ask you, okay, everyone, be careful. Now you'll get stuck. This is the employer. Employee and employer. Employee goes ahead and gives services to the employer. Employer gives him salary. Supply of goods or supply of service, or neither supply of goods nor supply of service? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. In the employment contract, it was written that whenever an employee will join, he will also be given a mobile phone. Mobile phone. And this is also written in the employment contract only. It is as per the employment contract. My question, supply of goods, supply of service, or neither supply of goods nor supply of service? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. My question, if employer, I am an employer, he is my employee, I am an employer. Gives anything to the employee for his services, and that whatever is paid is as per the employment contract, whether it is car, whether it is salary, whether it is rent-free accommodation, whatever, will GST come, or that service will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Okay. Not as per the employment contract, but because my employees did a very good job, he is doing very good service, he is giving very good service, not as per the employment contract, but I gave him a gift. I gave him a gift. I gifted him one phone. Value of the phone. Now, are you guys able to connect? If the gift ka value is less than equal to 50,000, or the gift ka value is more than equal to, if it is less than equal to, then no GST. Correct? But if it is more than 50,000, it will be a supply by employer to employee related person, and employer has to pay. Do you guys remember, everyone? Employer has to pay GST. I hope this point I am able to link over here. See, now there is a circular in relation to perquisites, circular number 7. If you go down, you will be able to see over here circular number 7. See, perquisites provided by employer to employee. Perquisites are provided in terms of contractual agreement between employer and employee, then there will be no GST. So I want to ask you, everyone, employee gives services. You guys already understood. I give perquisites as per the contract. Phone, laptop, salary, perquisites, whatever. Will it come under GST, or neither supply of goods nor supply of service? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. But if I go ahead and give anything to my employee, perquisites only I gave, which is not as per the employment contract, then what will I have to see? Check the value. If the value is less than equal to 50, I don't have to pay any GST. Employer does not have to pay any. But if I have given my employee 60,000 ka iPhone, I have to pay the GST. Where are you linking this, everyone? You are linking over here. Supply between related persons. Are we clear, everyone? Can I go ahead? So can I summarize perquisites like this? Perquisites in terms of employment, in terms of, means it was already there in the employment letter and you are giving that perquisites, then will GST come on neither supply of goods nor supply of service? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. But other than employment contract, means what is not there in the employment contract, then what will you see? Value. If value is less than equal to 50,000, no GST. But if value is more than 50,000, then schedule 1, paragraph number 2, correct, everyone? Will you have to pay GST? It will be a supply, and employer will have to pay GST. I hope I was able to clarify this thing. Can we go ahead, everyone? For employee, employer, in your textbook, I've given a lot of examples also. I want you guys to read them. Okay? Now, in employee, employer, one point comes of directors. Okay? Now directors ka point which is there, no, I am not talking now. I'm not talking now. I will talk when RCM ka chapter will come, reverse charge. See, one thing which I want to tell you guys, if you open your ICA ka material, in your supply chapter, you will see there are 2-3 circulars which are there, which I have not gone ahead and taught you in supply chapter. You will tell me, sir, you did not teach only. Baba, don't worry about it. Right time is there. See, the ICA ka material which is written from a point of view that what should be in which chapter. They have given it. My material and my teaching is from a point of view when you will understand. I can't write something in supply chapter when you will not understand it only. Del creditor agent, one agent ka point is written in your ICI ka material. No claim bonus, one point is written in your ICI ka material in chapter number 2. Original equipment, I know every point which is written because with that 2200 pages ka material which is there of your ICI also, I have gone through it. So we know where exactly what is there. Original equipment manufacturer, one point is there which I have not given in your supply chapter. Del creditor agent, I have not given in your supply chapter. No claim bonus, I have not given in a supply chapter. Sir, where will you find this? Baba, value of supply chapter. When value of supply chapter will come, no, after you have learned that chapter of value of supply, your knowledge will be here. When your knowledge is there to understand, that time I will make you understand. So whenever you see ICA ka material and by chance you see something, if you, oh, it is not taught only, Baba, don't worry about it. Why I see ICA ka material, so already it is there. Why I have not given the same thing in our supply chapter immediately? Because we will understand at the right time. Can I go ahead, everyone? But don't be worried. I'm there, no. Aram se relax. Aram se keep listening. Whatever things are there in your ICA material, everything will be covered in the class. Can I go ahead, everyone? But it will be covered at the right time when your knowledge is at that level. Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Are we clear with this point? Directors ka point which is there, I will come to it, but in the chapter of RCM. Are we clear till here, everyone? Next. Services by court or tribunal established under law. Sir, services by court or tribunal. Chalo, we'll go ahead and talk about someone. Sir, your name? Huh? Charan. This is. Sir, who is this? Baba, this is Charan ka beautiful wife. Okay, everyone. This is Charan's beautiful wife. Okay. Okay, sir. I love drawing, so I will draw a little so that you'll remember. What is this? Knife. Okay. This knife and this is Charan over here. Okay. Now, Charan ka wife is very dangerous. Okay. So, sir, Charan thought he will go to the court. He went to the court. He told, I want justice. I want justice. My wife is very dangerous. I want to give her divorce. Okay. So, he went to the court. Court went ahead and gave him justice. Baba, court ka work is what? To give you justice. Yes or no? Is justice a service? And court will charge you a fees. Do you guys agree with me? So when court is giving you justice, when the court gives you justice and charges you a fees, if the court charges you GST, don't you think justice will become expensive? Are yes or no? Charan will tell, sir, let her kill me. I can't afford GST. And hence government went ahead and told justice should always be affordable. Justice should always be GST free. And hence government told whenever any service will be given by court or tribunal which are established under law. Baba, can you tell me one tribunal ka name which is established by law? Huh? National Company Law Tribunal. Then Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. All these are tribunals. Tribunals are like court only. They are semi-judicial bodies. National Company Law Tribunal, Income Tax Appellate Tribunal, all these are tribunals which are established under law. These tribunals, do they charge you fees? Yes, but their service pay, there is no GST, and hence when they are collecting the fees, people, GST is on what? GST is on the service. So when they give you the service, there is no GST. So will they collect any GST? Arey, I gave you the class. On my class, on my teaching, there is GST. On classes, there is GST, so I will collect GST from you. In the same way over here, when they are giving the justice ka service, will they collect GST or no GST? Why no GST? Because their service is neither supply of goods nor supply of, and hence any service by court or tribunal established under law will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Are we clear? You went to NCLT. Baba, there is a company. Company went to NCLT. ठीक है. NCLT went ahead and provided them the service. Baba, NCLT provides the service, yes or no? And NCLT went ahead and took some fees. My question over here, is the service GST free or GST will come? GST free. It is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? Next. Refer circular on Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Okay, you listen, everyone. CDRC, Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. Basically, Baba, your consumer courts. ठीक है. For an example, name, huh? Prasad. Prasad went ahead and bought a mobile phone, ठीक है, from one shopkeeper. This is one shopkeeper who is there. He went ahead and sold the mobile phone to Prasad. ठीक है. After some time, the mobile phone stopped working. Prasad became very sad. He went to the consumer court and he told, I want justice. I want justice. They went ahead and told, okay, sir, we will give you justice. And they went ahead and collected a fees from him. ठीक है. Might be this person, shopkeeper who is there, they will go ahead and penalize him also. They will collect penalty from him also. Now, people went ahead and asked, sir, the CDRCs, Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission, or CDRCs, Consumer Dispute Redressal Commissions, which are there, they are not court, they are not tribunal. Sir, their fees pay will GST come. So government went ahead and told, although they are not court, although they are not tribunal, but they are like a tribunal only. They are wearing the cloth of a tribunal only. Ultimately, they are giving justice to the customers. Yes or no, everyone? Are you going there for justice? So they are telling they are like tribunals only. And hence, my question, when they are giving the service, will GST come? Or neither supply of goods nor supply of service? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. And that was the clarification given. You refer over here, the 8th circular which is there, that sir, GST on amount charged by CDRC, Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission, government went ahead and told they are not literally tribunal. Clarification. Baba, detailed clarification is already there in your textbook. This is one day before the exam. If I tell you to read your textbook of 600 pages, will you be able to do it? Not possible. See, explaining, understanding should be 100%. But how to remember it one day before the exam is also very important. Because only if you can remember and revise everything one day before the exam, in the exam you can write. Can I go ahead, everyone? So they are also like tribunal. They are not literally tribunal, but have the characteristic of tribunal, and hence any fees paid or any penalty charge or any amount paid to CDRC, there will be no GST. My question, fees pay GST will come. Penalty charge, GST will come. Any amount, might be they charge you some application fees. Nothing. No GST at all. Why? Because they are also like a tribunal. Let's go back to our next one, everyone. People, tell me one thing. All these MPs, MLAs, etc., they get salary, right? But are they employees of anyone? MP, Member of Parliament, Member of Legislative Assembly, MLAs, Member of Legislative Council, all these people, are they employees of anyone? Are they employees of anyone? Then, but government gives them salary. Array, government, this MP is there, MLA is there, MLC is there. They get salary from the government, right? So it means they are giving services. An MP attends the session which is there, and he is always given what? Salary. Baba, but they are not employee, and no one is the employer. No one is their employer, no one is there. They are not the employees, but the name of the amount which is paid to them is known as salary. But they are not employer-employee relationship anywhere is not there. Now people ask, sir, when the MP, MLAs are giving the service and collecting the money, should they also collect GST? Government told, beta, their services also neither supply of goods nor supply of service. And that was the clarification. Whenever functions are performed by MPs, MLAs, MLCs, etc., it will also be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Next. Duties performed by people. Clear? No? Got it? Duties performed by constitutional post holder. What do you mean by constitutional post holder? Can you tell me anyone's name who is a constitutional post holder in India? Governor, ठीक है, Prime Minister, President, all these people are holding their post under the Constitution. They are giving their services to whom, everyone? Constitution. So the Prime Minister of India, the President of India, the Governor, all these people are basically giving their services to whom? The Constitution, and in return they are given salary. My question, have you seen Prime Minister sending one bill saying, I take the bill, I want GST, and they are collecting GST and paying it to himself, paying it to the government? Have you seen that? Why? Because services by all these constitutional post holder, all the duties performed by constitutional post holder are always neither supply of goods nor supply of. And hence my question, when any amount is collected by them as salary, Baba, they are not employees. Remember, they are not employees. They are not employer. There is no employer-employee relationship. And on this amount, there will be no GST. Is this point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Duties performed by chairperson, member or director, CMD, chairperson, member or director of a body which is established by the government. So for an example, there is a government ka body. In the government ka body, I might be a chairperson, I might be a member, or I might be a director. Okay. My question over here, if I am an employee and they are my employer, chairperson is an employee of the company, employee of the government ka body, and he is giving the services, and government body goes ahead and gives him salary. My question over here, which paragraph may do you think this will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service? First paragraph. First paragraph. Whenever there is an employee and employer relationship, it will be always neither supply of goods nor supply of service. But then they went ahead and told, if there is a duty which is done by chairperson, member or director, CMD of a body which is established by the government, and he is not even an employee there, it means if employer-employee relationship is not there, but still when they are giving the service, it will be neither supply of goods nor supply of. And hence, this amount when he is collecting, there will be no GST. Are we clear, everyone? My question, everyone. Member of parliament giving the services, GST will come? No GST. No GST. Sir, member of legislative assembly, member of legislative council, no GST. President of India, Prime Minister of India, their services के लिए, no GST. Sir, CMD is an employee, then also no GST in the first paragraph. CMD is not an employee and he is giving the services in a body which is established by the government. Baba, government body. You will see, no, lot of places it is written a government of India ka body. Now, government of India ka body mein, if anybody is going ahead and giving services, who is which person? CMD, chairperson, member or director. Then his service will be what, everyone? Not exempt. Don't call exempt. Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Next. So can I go ahead and give it one name as government officials? These are like government officials, just for remembering purpose, everyone. Can I call them government official? MP, MLAs, constitutional post holder, chairperson, member, director, all these people, can I call them government official? Yes. Next. The next one is services of mortuary, burial, funeral. Mortuary ka services. What is mortuary, everyone? Where one person dies, he is kept so that the body doesn't start smelling. So they keep them in a mortuary. Burial ka services. Nowadays, when you go to the burial ground also goes ahead and provides services. So they go ahead and charge for the performing the last rite. They go ahead and charge some amount. Or funeral ka services. Whenever, Baba, nowadays you'll see funeral ke liye also gold class is there, platinum class is there, where they charge 50,000, 75,000 like that. The government is going ahead and telling, when you go to the funeral ground, when you go to the burial ground, they are also providing you service and charging an amount. When they are charging an amount, they will not charge any GST. Simple logic. Government says, when a person has gone, we'll let him go in peace. We'll not collect GST from him. Are we clear, everyone? Next, including transportation. including transportation of the deceased. Actually, it is deceased means the person who has died. Might be he was taken from the hospital to home, or hospital to the burial ground. Hospital, say, might be he was taken in a helicopter, might be he was taken in a plane, might be he was taken in a truck, might be he was taken in an ambulance, might be he was taken round the city. I'm telling you all of them because anything can be asked in the exam. Remember, round the city. Baba, in a truck, they will take them round the city so that everyone can see. Might be they have taken in a helicopter. Might be they have taken in an aeroplane for him to the home. Any transportation, any kind of transportation done for the deceased will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Airline company went in and transported a deceased person. Charge 50,000 rupees. Will GST come or no GST? No GST. Are we clear with this point, everyone? Let's go ahead. Next. Everyone over here now. Now, the next paragraph which is there is sale of land. People listen to me very carefully. They are telling over here, sale of land will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service, because whenever land is sold, stamp duty is paid. Everyone knows, everyone. Whenever land is sold, what is paid? Stamp duty. And hence they are telling sale of land pay, there will be no GST. And then they say sale of building. People, again, whenever building is sold, what will be charged? Stamp duty, registration fees, etc. Do you know, everyone? So they are going and telling GST will not come. But then they are telling over here, so sale of land, agricultural land, rural land, people leasing of land, renting of land, all that pay GST will come because of supply of service. But what they are telling over here, sale of land and sale of building will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Why, sir? Because GST will not come over there because stamp duty is being charged. Next. But it says sale of building will be subject to schedule 2 paragraph 5b. Sir, schedule 2 paragraph number 5b. Chalo, what do you mean by this? They are telling if it is falling in construction, it is subject to paragraph number 5b, means if it is falling in construction, then GST will come. But if it is not falling in construction, then GST will not come, because stamp duty comes under the Stamp Duty Act, which is there, other registration charges, etc. that will come. So, when you sell land, when you're selling the land or you're selling a building, you are registering it on another person's name. When you register, that person has to pay stamp duty. So government is telling we will not collect again GST. But then they told it will be subject to what, everyone? Schedule 2 para 5b. Schedule 2 para 5b goes ahead and says, if it is construction, then GST will come. So if it is not construction, then neither supply of goods nor supply of service, GST will not come. Chalo, I'll go ahead and ask you, everyone over here, tell me one thing. You went to one builder, not bodybuilder, Baba. You went to one builder. You told him, I want to buy a flat. I want to buy a flat. What does builder say? Builder says, sir, okay, builder ke paas the flat is ready. The flat is ready. You are over here. He sold you the flat. My question, he did construction for you or he sold you the complete building, complete flat? He sold you a completed flat, right? Completed flat he sold you. Will he charge you GST or no GST? No GST. Why? Because when he's selling you, he'll charge you stamp duty. But just imagine, when you go to builders nowadays, no, they will not sell you the complete building. They'll tell you, sir, let's do one thing. You book the flat today. Today you pay me 1 lakh rupees on booking. I will start making the building. After some time, you pay me 10 lakh rupees when the first floor is ready. When the second floor is ready, I will charge you another 10 lakh rupees. When another floor is ready, I will charge you another 10 lakh rupees. It means the building is complete now. Your flat is ready. This was your flat. Your flat is ready. Okay, everyone? And then they will go ahead and register the property. They will go ahead and... My question over here. Now he will charge you the remaining. For an example, 1 crore ka flat you had bought. He took from you 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 10 lakh, 10 lakh. And then remaining he took from you 69 lakh. And here they did the registration. Here the building was complete. The flat was complete. And here they did the registration. When you did the registration, you paid stamp duty also. That is normal. But my question for you, over here, Has he given you construction service or he has sold you a completed building? Construction service. So that is what they are trying to tell over here, that sir, if the building was completed and then the person went ahead and sold it to you, he did not do any construction for you. But if he took like this slowly money from you, then he has done construction, and construction is a supply of service. And you know what? Entire amount GST will also come because it's a supply of service by the builder to you. Plus, when you're registering the flat, no, they will charge stamp duty also. Stamp duty also has to be paid. I hope this point is clear to all of you. I'll explain you now. Listen. Sir, so what is that deadline to see whether the building is complete or not? You know, you get one certificate called completion certificate. You get a completion certificate from the local authority that the building is complete. Every builder, once they go ahead and complete the building, they have to go and take the completion certificate. My question, everyone. I went to the builder. I told him I want to buy a flat. He already has the completion certificate. I paid him 1 crore rupees and I bought the flat. GST will come or only stamp duty? Sure, only stamp duty. Take it. I went to one builder. He already has a completion certificate. I paid him 1 crore before the completion certificate. And I told, take 1 crore rupees. When the flat is ready, let me know. Has he given me construction service? I gave him the money. Now he'll do the construction slowly. So people, is it not like I gave you the money and then you did the construction for me? Yes or no? So it means if you go ahead and pay 1 rupee also before completion certificate, you have given him the money and he has done construction for you. He has done. And you know what? On this, GST will also be charged by him. Plus, at the time of registering, he will charge you, and government will charge you stamp duty also. So it means double taxation will come. Yes, two tax will come. Can I go ahead, everyone? I'll go ahead and ask you now. You know what? There are 2 certificates which are there. One is a completion certificate and one is a first occupancy. What do you mean by first occupancy? First, one is known as completion certificate and one is known as first occupancy. Sir, what do you mean by first occupancy? Baba, nowadays RERA Act has come. Okay? So if you have gone ahead and promised any date that you are going to give occupancy of the flat on this date, you have to give the occupancy. Might be the local authority says certificate is delayed, but you have to give the occupancy. Now you tell me one thing. If you allow me to come and occupy your building, it means is the building completed or not completed? Completed. So we can see 2 dates are there now. One is completion certificate. If completion certificate obtained, means the building is complete. If completion certificate is not there, but you gave the occupancy of the building, it means your building is complete or not complete? Complete. So always remember, you have to see these 2 say whichever is earlier. Whichever is earlier. My question. I gave you 1 crore rupees over here. Okay. I gave you 1 crore here. Is the building completed? Did I give you after that? Have you given me sale of building or construction service? Sale of building. Will GST come or not come? It is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Will stamp duty come? Yes. That is just for your knowledge, I told you. But GST will not come. It will be what you sold me is sale of building, which is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. When they say building, they include flat also. Can I go ahead, everyone? Chalo. I'll ask you in the same question, everyone. If over here, I gave you 1 crore here, then Baba, will GST come? Yes. Can I go ahead, everyone? Chalo, I'll draw over here. People, ready? This is first occupancy. This is completion certificate. What is your cutoff date? First occupancy. I gave you 1 lakh rupees over here. And here I gave you 99 lakh rupees and registered the flat. My question is, have you sold me a completed building or you have taken 1 lakh from me and then remaining means you have taken 1 rupee also from me before completion? You have given me what service? Construction service. And will GST come? On entire amount. Remember, on entire amount GST will come. Plus when you are registering, stamp duty will also come. Is my point clear to all? Sure, everyone. Can I go ahead? Next. I have, this is the completion certificate and this is the first occupancy. Okay? I gave you complete 1 crore for a flat over here. What is the cutoff date for you? Completion. I paid you 1 crore over here. Will GST come or no GST? Why no GST? Because it's a sale of completed building, neither supply of goods nor supply of service, no GST. People watching at home, are we clear with this point? Next. Sir, this is the completion certificate. People, 1 minute. This is the completion certificate and this is the first occupancy. I paid you complete 1 crore over here. My question, will you charge GST or no GST? Why no GST? What is the cutoff date? Completion. This, after this, any amount paid, it will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. No GST. It means, can you tell me everyone, when is it construction? If prior to completion certificate or first occupancy, whichever is, if I pay you ₹1 also over here and remaining total amount I paid you over here for the flat, did I pay you ₹1 also before completion certificate? It means I paid you and then you did construction for me. Are we clear everyone? Even if I paid you ₹1 before completion certificate, the whole contract becomes what everyone? Construction contract. And you know what? Builder will go ahead and charge me on the whole amount what? GST, and he will also charge stamp duty at the time of registry. People, see, that's what I told you. I did not teach you over here. Whenever it will be construction, whenever consideration is received before completion certificate or first occupancy, whichever is earlier. Before completion certificate or first occupancy, whichever is earlier, if ₹1 is also received, consideration is received, then it will be construction. Is the point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Chalo, you tell me one thing, everyone. Last time, you tell me. First occupancy, completion certificate. I gave 1 lakh rupees over here, 10 lakh rupees over here, 20 lakh rupees over here. What will you classify this as? Louder. Construction service. GST will come? Yes. Next. Which is your cutoff here? First occupancy. This is first occupancy. This is completion certificate. I gave you complete 1 crore for a flat over here. Is your building completed? When? When you gave the first occupancy to any person, your building was already complete. Do you guys agree with me? If I paid 1 crore here, will GST come or no GST? No GST. Are we clear, everyone? Please tell me, are we all 100% clear with this? Can I go ahead? People watching at home, are we 100% clear? Can we go ahead? Next. Remember, sale of land and sale of building. Can I tell this building as completed building? Can I call this building as completed building? Because if it is under construction, then it will be always a construction service and GST will come. But I've written over here, sale of building, but it is always subject to what? Schedule 2, paragraph number 5B, because if it is construction, then it is never sale of completed building. Construction pe GST will come, but whenever completed building, okay everyone, completed building is sold, GST will not come. My question, this building is complete today. I sold this building. Will I charge GST or no GST? No GST. My house is complete. I'm selling my house to someone else. I'm already staying in the house. Will GST come or no GST? No GST. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Tell me one thing. When I sell land, agricultural land, rural land, will GST come or no GST? No GST. Nowadays, one trend is there wherein builders do what, you know? They take one land. Land will be like this. Mountain will be there. Small sand will be there. It will be up and down type land. Okay? They will call one person. Are, who is this? You tell me. Okay? Are, no. I love drawing. Okay, wait. You tell me, huh? Road roller, correct. Okay. This road roller will come. All the up and down of the land, they will go up, down here. And what will happen? The land will become plain. Correct? Now what developer will do? He has done the leveling. Now developer will make road over here. He will make plots. He will put all the pipelines inside. And then he will sell the plot of land after labeling. Baba, whether you sell land or you do labeling and sell the land. Government clarified, one circular came, sale on Circular number 9 over here. People ask, sir, I am selling land. Government told land pay no GST. People ask, sir, I am a builder. I first label the land and then sell. Government told you sell label land, you sell non-label land. Land is land only. It will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. So when builder, sale of land after labeling, lying down of drainage lines, sale of developed land is also a sale of land only and it will be covered in schedule 3, no GST. My question, when the developer sold this land, will GST come or no GST? Why? Because sale of land or sale of labeled land is always a sale of land only. Mike, I'll ask you one question, everyone. People, are we clear with this? This JCB wala owner was there, no? This JCB owner, he came and gave labeling services to the builder. Will he charge GST? Arey, builder, when he is selling you the flat, when he is selling you the land, he will not charge GST. On land, he will not charge you GST, correct? But my question, this builder was there. This builder told this road roller wala person, please come and do the labeling. Will the road roller wala person charge him GST? Why? For him, it's a sale service for a consideration and it's his business. So he will go ahead and charge GST. But when you are selling the land, you will not charge any GST. When you are taking the services, that person will charge you GST because he is not selling you land. He is giving you a service. When you are selling, no GST. Is my point clear to all? Baba, this is one additional point I told you. Our main concern was this only. Can I go ahead, everyone? Clear? Tell.
Are like selling the land of people, there is no connection for land. In the case of building, we said during the construction, the payment. The sale way the land before plots are happened.
No, before plots are happened, then also it is land. After plots are happened, then also it is land. During the plotting is done, also still it is land only. For an example, I came to you, I told I want a plot of land. You told the land is yet to be developed. You sold it to me. It is still sale of land only. After the plots are developed, still you sell it to me. It is sale of land only. You took little from me now. Later you will give me the land. Then also it is sale of land only. And that is the clarification which has come. Developed land whenever it is sold, it is always sale of land, neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Are we clear, everyone? Next one. People, actionable claim. You remember actionable claim? I have a right to receive arrears of rent. I have a right to receive arrears of rent. If you don't, you remember, everyone, actionable claim we learned, goods we learned. Actionable claim. A claim for which you can take a person to the court. Correct? I have a right to receive arrears of land. Arrears of rent. Is it an actionable claim? If you don't pay, can I take you to the court? Yes. I have a right to receive insurance amount. I have a right to receive policy amount. All these rights which are there are known as actionable claim. If I go ahead and transfer this right to someone also, I am transferring what? Goods? But GST will not come. Remember, they have clarified actionable claims are goods, but actionable claims are not supply of goods. Actionable claims are not supply of goods, except specified actionable claim. Specified actionable claim means, what are specified actionable claim? Betting, casino, gambling, horse race, lottery, online money, gaming. People, tell me one thing. You remember my lottery which was there? Oh, I lost my lottery. Okay, I'll take out this one. Okay, for an example, this is a lottery. Lottery is an actionable claim. Is it my right to receive the prize money if I win? If I win, I have a right to receive the prize money. I am selling lotteries to someone. I am selling actionable claim. Remember one thing. All actionable claims are goods. Yes, but not all actionable claim are supply of goods. Only lottery, betting, casino, gambling, horse racing, lottery, or online money gaming. Government are telling these are only the actionable claim on which GST will come. All other actionable claims are neither supply of goods nor supply of service. My question, I had a right to receive insurance amount. I received insurance amount. Okay, will GST come on that amount? I transferred my right to receive to someone. Will any GST come on that? No GST, because it is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. I have a right to receive arrears of rent. I gave this right to someone else. I told you go and collect the arrears of rent. When I give the right, I gave actionable claim. But will GST come? Louder. I gave you my actionable claim. Will GST come? No. But I have a right to receive. I have a lottery. I am a lottery seller. I sold the lottery. I am selling actionable claim. Will GST be charged on this? Yes. Remember one thing. Betting, casino, gambling, horse. People, you know betting, everyone? Betting, casino. What is a casino? Arey, you have not seen casino? No problem. I will show you casino here. See, like this, like this. Casino will be there. You put you are telling sir number 21 will come. He will spin the ball. Correct. Casino where you play poker, etc. All this thing. Correct. Now casinos what they do? Casinos what they do? It's your right to receive the prize money if you win. Correct or not? It's your right to receive. So are they selling actionable claim? Yes or no? So casinos, all these people are also selling actionable claim. It's your right to receive. If you win, you will get. If you don't win, get out. Can I go ahead, everyone? But that right can be contingent also. I taught you actionable claim. So they are telling my question, everyone. All actionable claims are goods, but not all actionable claims are supply of goods. Only which are there? On which GST will come? Betting, casino, gambling, horse racing. Oh, you know horse race? You put the money on a horse. If you win, you get it. If you don't win, you don't get the money. So the person who is offering you betting, gambling, horse racing, he is offering you what? Actionable claim. And for actionable claim, whatever money he takes, he will charge you GST. Betting, casino, gambling, horse race, lottery, or online money. My question, I am selling lottery. Will I charge you GST? Yes or no? Yes. Or online money gaming. People, government have gone ahead and told this 6 actionable claim pay, we want GST. Which 6 actionable claim, everyone? Betting, casino, gambling, horse racing, or lottery, or online money gaming. I am online, pokerkhelo.com. ठीक है? Pokerbazi. ठीक है? You came, I gave you, I allowed you to do the betting. If you win, you will get the money. Do you have a right to receive? Yes or no? Do you have a right to receive? So what am I selling you? Actionable claim. So when I am selling you the actionable claim, I have to collect GST and give it to the government. Are we clear with this, everyone? People watching at home, are we all clear? Everyone over here now. Next. The next one over here is supply of people. Are we clear till here? Sixth one. Supply of goods from non-taxable territory to another non-taxable territory without goods entering into India. Chalo, I'll explain you this. The main section to learn in section number 7 was 7.1a, AA, B, C. That was the difficult part of the chapter. That was also very easy for you. Now all this which is there, no, these are very, very easy things. Next, what is it telling? Non-taxable territory to another non-taxable territory without goods entering into India. Chalo, theek hai. I am over here in India. This is one person in China. For an example, in China, there is one person over here. Okay? In US, there is one person who is there. This person in the US told me, Ramesh, I want 100 television. How many television he wants? 100. I called this Chinese guy. I told, hey, US ka one person wants television. Do one thing. Put the 100 televisions in a ship. He put the 100 televisions in a ship. The goods went from here, dig, and reached over here. People, tell me one thing. Did the goods enter into India? If the goods enter into India, no? If the goods enter into India, then Indian custom port pay, custom duty plus GST is collected. But my question over here, when the goods never entered India only, it went from here, China, directly to the US. He will give me the bill. I will give him the bill. Do you guys agree with me? When I give the bill to him, no, I should not charge any GST. Because the goods directly went from out to out. It's known as out to out sale, out of out sale, or you can go ahead and call it as one non-taxable territory sale when it is happening to another non-taxable territory without the goods entering into India. It's also called merchant trading, wherein what happens, one person gets an order from outside India to outside India. he went in and sold it. In this scenario, when the goods don't enter India only, in India there will be no GST. He will give me a bill. He will give me a bill. I will go ahead and give him a bill. My bill which I am giving, will I charge GST, or this will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service? Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? My question, everyone, I got an order from Australia. I got the goods directly delivered from China to Australia. This Australian guy ko I went ahead and gave a bill. My question, will I charge GST or I will not charge any GST? I will not charge any GST. Why? Because goods went directly from outside India to outside India. When I give a bill, I will not charge any GST. This is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Can we go ahead, everyone? Are we clear, everyone? Next. The next one is high sea sale. Sir, what do you mean by high sea sale? Everyone over here now. Supposingly, this is US. I am over here in India. Okay? USA, one person is there. I told him I want 500 chairs. He has packed the chairs. He put the chairs in a ship. He put the chairs in a ship over here. The goods were put in a ship. The ship was coming to India. You know what happens? Whenever one person loads the goods in a ship, the shipping company will give him a bill, which is known as, the shipping company is there, no? They will give him a bill of lading. Bill of, not loading, bill of lading. That the goods have been loaded in the ship. And you know what? This guy will go ahead and send the bill of lading to me. He will send the bill of lading to me. He will tell Ramesh, keep this bill of lading. When the goods will reach India, no? At the custom port, when you go over there, the custom officer will be sitting. You have to show him the bill of lading. Only then he will give you the goods. People, bill of lading is an ownership document. If you don't have the bill of lading, it means you will not get the goods. Are we clear, everyone? So what happened over here? One person is there in the US. I told him I want some goods. He loaded the goods in a ship. The shipping company will give him bill of lading. He will send the bill of lading to me in India. I am over here in India. I am the importer. Do you guys agree? He will give me the bill of lading. Do I have the bill of lading? Now what happened? The ship left from US. 1 minute. The ship left from US. It was coming to India. Okay? Now it reached India. The goods came in the port. I will take my bill of lading, pay custom duty, pay whatever is the GST under the Custom Act. Under the Custom Act, they will collect custom duty and also they will collect GST, and I will take the goods and come home. Are we clear, everyone? This was a normal scenario. Whenever your goods come from outside India, you go to the custom port, pay custom duty, pay the GST. This GST is paid under which act? Customs Act. And you take the goods and come home. Are we clear? This normally happens. But now understand. This is US. My goods have been loaded in the ship. This guy has sent me in India. I have got the bill of lading. Anyone? Any doubt till here? Now, I have already got the bill of lading. The ship reached over here. Or might be the ship is in the high seas. This is known as the high seas. Either the ship has reached India or the ship is in the sea. Okay? Or it has reached India. You know what happened? One of my friend came. She told Ramesh, he or she, whatever. Okay? She told Ramesh, I want 500 chairs. I told madam, I have chairs, but the chairs are in the high seas. They are yet to reach India. She told Ramesh, do one thing, no. This is in the high seas or they have reached. See, after the goods have been dispatched from here, the goods reached India or they are in the sea or the goods got unloaded. But I have not yet cleared, everyone. I have not yet cleared. Either the goods are in the sea or the goods have been unloaded. I have not yet cleared the goods. She told me, Ramesh, do one thing, no. Give me the bill of lading Is it a sale for me? Is it for a consideration? Is it in the course of my business? She paid me 10 lakh rupees. My question over here, section number 71A, is it a supply? Yes. Now she will go and clear the goods. She will take the goods and go. Correct? But government went ahead and told Ramesh, you know what will happen? When she will go to the custom port, take the goods and go home, no? She has to pay custom duty. Plus custom officer will charge her. Import is intra or inter? Intra or inter? Inter. So custom officer will charge her IGST under the Customs Act. Under the Customs Act. Now you tell me one thing. If you collect GST over here also and pay, and GST is collected under Customs Act also on same item, one time you charge GST and give it to the government. One time custom officer at the custom port also charge GST and give it to the government. But custom officers too will collect only, always. Under GST Act, they told, we will not collect GST on this transaction. We will call this transaction as high seas sale, which is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Is this point clear to all? People, did you understand? Shall I tell again or got it? My goods left from the US port. People, goods should have been dispatched from the US port. They are coming in the sea, or they have reached the custom port, yet to be cleared. I have not cleared them. I have not yet cleared them from the custom port. Okay? Now what happened? One friend of mine came and told Ramesh, you give me the transfer, the document of title. I will go and clear. So did I sell her the goods? Did I collect the money? Should I collect the GST? Oh, government told Ramesh, don't collect GST here. Why? Because when she will go to the custom port, no, she has to pay custom duty also to clear the goods, plus she has to pay IGST under Custom Act. And hence, under the GST Act, they told high sea sale will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. People, what is high sea sale? When one person transfers the document of title to another person, when the goods have left from the port of exportation, US port, but yet not reached to the port of importation, Indian port, or it has reached but not cleared from the Indian port, but you sold the goods without clearing only, then that is known as high seas sale. And will you charge GST or no GST? Shall I explain again or got it everyone? Got it? But under Customs Act, I will teach you, don't worry. Under Customs, when we go, no, I'll teach you this point, wherein one person, when he goes to the custom port, under the Custom Act, they have to go ahead and pay IGST. Is everyone clear with this? People at home, are we clear with this point? Anjuma, after the class, not now. This point, is it clear, everyone?
So when GST was brought, amendment was brought in customs.
In the customs also, this point is there. I will talk about it. In custom, this will come. Can I go ahead, everyone? And in Customs Act, you will see that IGST is charged on this, on the high seas sale. But under GST Act, they have told it is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Actually, what happened earlier, no, government had exempted it by issuing a notification. It was not there in the Act. But now government have inserted it in the Act only, and government told, sir, it is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. They wrote it in Schedule 3 only. Chalo, I'll give you one more example, everyone. Is this point clear? Let's go to the next one. Bond to bond transfer. Sir, what do you mean by a bond to bond transfer? Everyone over here. This is US port. This person loaded the goods in a ship. Okay? People listen carefully. He will send me the bill of lading. My goods reached over here. My goods got unloaded. At where? At the custom port. You know, in custom, there is a facility that if you can't clear your goods, if you can't clear your, for example, this is the custom port. Okay? I wanted some space to keep it. I'll keep it here. This is the custom port. Okay? Now, I can't clear the goods because I don't have money, for an example, or I don't want to clear the goods. Okay? Then under custom, there is one more facility that you can send it for warehousing. You can put it in the custom ka warehouse. Everyone listen to me very carefully. But for that, you know what I have to do? I have to file a bill of entry. Bill of entry. Listen. Okay. If you want to clear your goods from the custom, no, always you have to file a bill of entry. You have to pay custom duty. plus you have to pay whatever is the IGST and you have to clear your goods. This is the normal process which is there. Okay, everyone, is this point clear? Is this point clear to all? Sir, my goods have come from outside India into India. I want to clear the goods. You have to file bill of entry with the custom officer. You have to pay custom duty, you have to pay IGST, and you have to take the goods and come home. Are we clear with this point, everyone? Now, there is one more facility. Supposing this is the US port. US port say one person has loaded the goods in a ship. He has loaded the goods in a ship. The ship came to India. I am not talking about high seas sale. High seas sale already got over, everyone. High seas sale happens when you go ahead and sell the goods even before clearing it. Now just imagine my goods have come over here. Okay? This person in the US, he has sent me the bill of lading. I don't have the money to clear the goods. I have to pay custom duty. So what I did, I filed one bill of entry. Bill of entry, and this bill of entry is known as bill of entry for warehousing. Warehousing. I told the officer, see officer, I don't have money to clear now, or I don't want to clear the goods. I will sell it to someone, let him come and clear. I will not clear the goods. Okay? So what you can do is, you can go ahead and file one bill of entry for warehousing. That sir, I want to keep these goods in a custom warehouse. These goods will be shifted to a custom warehouse. Custom ka warehouse. My goods are lying over here. Okay, everyone? Where are my goods now? Custom warehouse. Okay. Now what happened? Now my friend came and she told me, or he told me, Ramesh sir, I want 500 chairs. I told, see madam, I have 500 chairs, but those are not with me. Those are in the custom warehouse. I will do one thing. I will transfer you the bill of lading. People, is it a sale? Is it for a consideration? Is it in the course of business? Should I charge GST? Yes. And she paid me 10 lakh rupees. So on 10 lakh rupees, I collected GST from her. You know what will happen? When he or she will go to the custom port, no, they will also file a bill of entry. Plus they have to pay custom duty. Plus they have to pay IGST. When they are clearing the goods, they have to pay custom duty and IGST. Now tell me one thing. Is GST coming two times or not? One, under the GST Act also I collected GST. Under the Custom Act, when you are paying custom duty also you paid IGST. Is my point clear to all? So one, I collected and paid to the government, and one, under the Custom Act, government again collected GST. So one item paid, two times GST came. So government told, under the Custom Act, so we will collect only. Under the GST Act, we will consider this as neither supply of goods nor supply of service. And do I have to pay GST? I can just give her the bill of lading, collect my amount, and not charge any GST. So when I give her the bill, will I collect any GST from her, or I will not collect? Louder? Not collect. When she goes to clear, does she have to pay GST? Yes or no? Yes. People, is this 2 point clear to all of you? This high seas sale. See, what is the difference between high seas and this one? High seas was when the goods leave from the US port, when the goods reach over here, and they are still at the port. Means you sold it when they were in the sea, or when they reached the port, or they were unloaded. But before clearance, you sold it. Then this is known as what, everyone? High seas sale. High seas sale pe will GST come or no GST? No. But in the second example, you cleared it from the custom port and put it to the warehouse, custom warehouse. And then you sold it to another person. Then this is known as what, everyone? Bond to bond transfer. Sir, why bond to bond transfer? Listen. In your book, the good name is written sale of warehouse goods before clearing from the custom. I gave the name as bond to bond. You know why? Listen. Whenever you go ahead and file your bill of entry, no, and you transfer the goods to the custom warehouse, no, officer takes one bond from you. Officer takes a bond from you. Sir, why does officer take a bond from me? Officer takes a bond of 3 times of duty. He says, Ramesh, what if you don't clear the goods from the port? I want a bond from you. In the bond, you should write that I will clear the goods. And that bond is how much time of the duty? 1 lakh duty is there on the goods, for an example. then you have to give 3 times of the bond amount, duty amount ka bond. Are we clear? You have to take a swear that I swear that I will clear the goods, and if I don't clear, whatever is the interest, whatever is the penalty, I will pay. And that is why they take how much amount ka bond, everyone? 3 times of duty amount ka bond. Now, I went ahead and sold the goods to this madam, right? Correct? Now, if she wants to keep the goods in the warehouse for some time and later clear it, she has to file a bill of entry that, sir, I want to retain my goods in the warehouse, and she has to give a bond. Are we clear? My bond will be cancelled and her bond will be taken. So it is called bond to another bond transfer. Did you guys get it, everyone? See, when I shifted the goods from here to the warehouse, I gave a bill of entry. Did I pay custom duty or I did not pay? If you don't pay custom duty, you have to give a bond saying, sir, I swear I will clear the goods. Got it? Now, when I sold the goods to madam, this madam told, I will not clear the goods immediately. People, if you don't clear the goods immediately, then you have to give a bill of entry to the officer saying, sir, plus you have to give a bond saying, sir, I want to keep the goods in the warehouse. Please cancel Ramesh ka bond and keep my bond now. So one bond cancelled, another bond given. So it is called bond to bond transfer. Are we clear with this point, everyone? Now my question is, later when she files a bill of entry and clears the goods, does she have to pay custom duty? Does she have to pay IGST? Yes, and hence under GST Act, you don't pay any GST. And that is why we go ahead and call it as what, everyone? Bond to bond transfer. My question, everyone, you tell me now. Did you understand the meaning of bond to bond transfer? Anyone wants me to explain again or got it, everyone? Sure? Everyone got it? Arey, got it? Can I go ahead? No. People watching at home, are we clear till here? My goods left from the US port. They are coming in the sea. They have reached the custom port. They are in the custom port or they are in the sea. I sold it to my friend. What transaction it is? High sea sale. Will GST come under the GST Act or neither supply of goods nor supply of service? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. My goods reached the port. I filed a bill of entry. I filed a bond and I transferred the goods to the warehouse. Now I gave my goods to another person. I gave her the bill of entry. I gave her the bill of lading. My question is, what kind of a sale it is? When the goods are in the warehouse and I sold it to another person, bond to bond transfer, because my bond will be cancelled and this another person has to give another bond now. And that's why it's called bond to bond. Now, whose goods are this? Another person ka goods, no? So she has to give another bond and keep the goods in the warehouse. When she is clearing, she has to pay custom duty and IGST. But when I sold her the goods by giving her the bill of lading, do I have to charge GST or no GST? No GST. Is my point 100% clear to all? Can you tell me what are the items which are neither supply of goods nor supply of service? You have to remember bench, flag. People watching at home, are we all clear till here? Everyone over here. One student says, sir, please explain bond to bond again. Listen. Sir, I am in the US. One US ka person is there. Okay? One person is in the US. I told that person I want some goods. He put it in a ship. He sent the goods to India. The goods reached India. The goods got unloaded in the custom port. Okay, everyone? Now, I don't want to clear the goods, or I don't have money to clear the goods, or my intention is to deal with the goods. So I'm telling, why should I pay custom duty and all? Let the person clear and him only pay the custom duty. So I filed one bill of, people, I will file one bill of entry, plus I will pay the, I'll give a bond. That, sir, I want to put the goods in the warehouse. Officer will tell, okay, Ramesh, you give a bond that you want to put the goods in the warehouse, and if you don't clear the goods from the warehouse, you will pay custom duty, you will pay interest, penalty, everything. You give a bond. Okay, everyone, I gave a bond. My goods went where, everyone? In the custom warehouse. Now my friend came and told me, Ramesh, can you go ahead and give me the goods? I told, okay, fine, I will give you the goods. I sold her the goods. She paid me 10 lakh rupees. My question, when I sell her the goods, will GST come or no GST? Why no GST? Because these goods were sold when they were in the custom warehouse. You know what will happen? Now she has to file a bill of entry with the officer, and the bond will be given in whose name? Her name. Are we clear? Can I go ahead, everyone? And hence, my bond will be cancelled and her bond will be taken. Now, when she is clearing the goods from the custom warehouse, she will file a bill of entry and clear the goods from the warehouse. Does she have to pay custom duty? Does she have to pay IGST? Yes. So here the government told when already IGST will be paid by her on the goods at the time of clearing. When Ramesh, you sell her the goods, don't pay any GST. It will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. So sale of warehouse goods, people, your book may the name given is C. Supply of goods by the consignee to any person by endorsement of document of title, bill of lading. After the goods have been dispatched from the port of origin, but before clearance for home consumption. Can you tell me what is it? I see sale. Sale of warehouse goods to any person before clearance for home consumption. What is it? Bond to bond transfer. Baba, whatever the warehouse goods are there, if you sell it to any other person, that other person when he will clear, he will pay the IGST. And hence, you don't have to pay any GST. When you are selling to him, by giving the document of title, what will you give him? Bill of lading. Will you charge GST or you will not charge any GST? No GST. That's all is told over here. I hope this point is clear to all. People watching at home, are we clear now? Next. Sir, how to remember all these transactions which you told us? Number one, you have to remember bench flag. Baba, government officials have on their table one flag which is there, India ka flag. So bench flag. B for bond to bond transfer. Bond to bond transfer, neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Next. E for employee to employer ka services, neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Then N for when goods are sold from one non-taxable territory to another non-taxable territory without entering India, then also it is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. C for court or tribunal ka services, including CD, RC, neither supply of goods nor supply of service. H for high seas sale. Goods have left from the US port, reached the Indian port but yet to be cleared, and you sold it to someone. When that someone will go to the port, he will pay GST. So when you sell it, will you charge GST or no GST? No GST. F for funeral, burial, including transportation of the deceased. Next, land and can I say completed building, everyone? A for actionable claim, which are which one? Actionable claim except specified actionable claim, and G for government official. People, I told you government officials, you remember? MPs, MLA, MLC, constitutional post holder, and CMD of a government body where he is not an employee. Are we done, everyone, with all the activities which are neither supply of goods nor supply of service? Tell me one thing. What are the ones which we have gone ahead and learned, everyone? Section number 7.1 done. Section number 7.1a done. Section number 7.2a done. 7.2a told what? Schedule 3, please refer. Schedule 3 may whatever activities are told, it will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. In Schedule 3, what are the activities, everyone? With me, everyone. Number 1, bond to bond transfer. What is bond to bond transfer? The goods which are in the custom warehouse, before clearing, if you give the document of title to someone and sell those goods, it will be what? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. When you are selling, no GST. But when GST will come? When the person goes to clear the goods under Custom Act, he has to pay custom duty and he has to pay IGST. But under GST Act, there is no GST. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Employee to employer relationship, neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Then, Bhavan, goods supplied from non-taxable territory to non-taxable territory without goods entering into India. Court or tribunal का services. H for high sea sale, F for funeral burial का services. Then land and completed building. A for actionable claim other than specified actionable claim. What is specified actionable claim, everyone? Lottery, betting, gambling, horse race, casino, online money gaming. And the last one over here is government official ka services. Baba, government officials, I've already told you. Don't write in the exam government officials and come. This name is just given for you to remember. MP, MLA, MLCs ka services. Then constitutional post holder ka services. CMD of a government body where he is not a employee. Are we all clear with this point, everyone? Now, section number 7.2 has 7.2b, which is there. Section number 7.2b. 7.2b says those activities or transaction which are undertaken by central government, state government, local authority as public authorities. Baba, any activities which are undertaken by whom? Central government, state government, or local authority, when they are acting as what? Public authorities. Arey Baba, what is local authorities? Municipality, panchayat, etc. Do they do any activity for the public? Now, those activities which are done by central government, state government, local authority for the public, you know what? When you see business ka definition, no, you will see over there that central government, state government, local authority doing anything for the public is also business. You will see the business ka definition, it is written. People who have read it at home, did you try reading business ka definition? You will see central government, state government, local authority doing any activity for the public. That is also business. It means activity for a consideration if they do. And if it is also falling in the business ka definition, then it's a supply. They should also charge GST. Correct or not? But then government went ahead and told, if any activity is done by the public, by the government as public authority for the public, if that activity is notified by government, not all activity, if that activity has been notified on the recommendation of council, then that activity will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Tell me one thing. Central government, state government, local authority running a hotel for the public, charging amount, will that activity be exempt? They are running a hotel. No, it has to be an activity which is notified. Activity should be notified by the government on recommendation of council. It means government should have issued a notification. Are we clear, everyone? And government issued notification and told two activities. Number one, notified activity may activity in relation to function entrusted to panchayat under 243G and municipality under 243W. People listen. If panchayat does any activity, if Baba, local authority means panchayat, or if municipality does activity for whom? Public. They do an activity for the public, which is told under 243G and W of the Constitution. 243G of the Constitution of India says those things which should be done by the panchayat. 243W of the Constitution, Baba, 243G is for whom? Panchayat. 243G of the Constitution of India tells what are the things that should be done by the panchayat, and 243W says those activities which are to be done by whom? Municipality. Baba, M ka ulta is W. So those activities which are to be done by whom? Municipality. If you go and read the Constitution of India ka 243G and W, they basically go ahead and talk about, for an example, In the city, the cleaning of the drainage, who has to do? Municipality. Garbage collection, who has to do? Municipality. Now, tell me one thing. This is the municipality. Municipality. They collect garbage. Are they doing an activity? They collect garbage from my office. Okay? And they charge me every month 50 rupees. They charge me every month how much everyone? 50. My question, is this an activity for a consideration? And in the business ka definition it is written that when municipality or panchayat or government does an activity for the public, that is also business. So people, will GST come? Will they collect GST? Are yes or no? If you normally see yes, but then government went ahead and told, see over here everyone, if that activity is notified, then that activity in relation, see, what is the notified activity? Activity in relation to function entrusted to a panchayat under 243G and municipality under 243, then that activity will be neither supply of goods nor supply of. Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? So, whatever activities are done by the panchayat and municipality, which are told under which section? 243G and W of the Constitution, then that activity will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Chalo, I'll give you one more example. You know, you can call the municipality to your home to clear the sewage. That tank will be there. The septic tank which is there has become dirty. You can call them. They will come and clean the tank, etc. People, municipality will do an activity for you. When they come to your home and do this activity for you, it is told under 243W of the Constitution that municipality should maintain all the sewages, sanitation, all these services should be given by the municipality. Now, when they are doing this activity for you and they are collecting, for an example, 100 rupees from you, will they charge you GST or no GST? Louder! No GST. Why no GST? Because if panchayat or municipality is doing that work which is told under 243G or W, then that activity will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. And hence, will they charge GST or no GST? Are we clear with both the example? Can I go ahead, everyone? Clear? One garbage wala example I gave you. One I gave you this sewage wala example. Can I go ahead, everyone? So panchayat and municipality, whenever they do anything for the public, which is told under which section? Article number 243G and W, then that activity will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. My question, municipality is running a restaurant for the public, collecting amount. Will that be also exempt? Will that also be neither supply of goods nor supply of service, or GST will come? Can I go ahead, everyone? One more activity which has been notified over here is grant of alcoholic liquor license against license fees or application fees. Everyone listen. This is state government. This is the state government. For an example, sir, your name? Afzal. This is Afzal over here. Okay. Now, for an example, okay. Afzal wanted to open only for classroom purpose. Okay, everyone, only for classroom purpose. He wanted to open an alcohol shop. Okay, only for classroom purpose. Now, government will give him license. Alcoholic liquor ka license. Can you open license alcohol shop without any license, or you need a license from the government? You need a license. Government gave you a license. Okay? And he went ahead and paid 10 lakh rupees fees to the government. Remember what government is telling over here. If state government, people, does an activity for the public and it is collecting any amount, it will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. So when government, state government goes ahead and gives alcoholic liquor license, it is doing an activity for the public by giving them license. Are they doing it for the public only so that public can drink? Are yes or no? Whenever they are collecting any fees, they will not collect any, because this activity of giving alcoholic liquor license is also notified as neither supply of goods nor supply of service. They collected might be fees from you. They collected might be application fees. 100 rupees application fees. Will they charge GST? No. They collected license fees from you. They will not collect GST. Can I go ahead, everyone? What are they telling over here? Grant of alcoholic liquor license against license fees or application fees, that also will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Are we clear, everyone? Next. People, tell me one thing. I am over here. I am Reliance. I went to the government and told I want telecom license. Government charge me 1 crore rupees. Will government charge, will GST come or no GST? Louder. It will come. Why? Because only grant of alcoholic liquor license against license fees or application fees has been exempt. Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. My question over here, what about other item? Refer circular on grant of other license and privileges. I've written it down. See over here. 10th one, everyone. Grant of, people told what you know. When government is giving alcoholic liquor license and collecting amount, there is no GST. It means government giving any licenses and collecting amount, there will be no GST. Government clarified, beta. I went ahead and told only for what? Alcoholic liquor license. I did not go ahead and tell for anything else. And hence, grant of other licenses, privileges by the government, except what? Alcoholic liquor license, grant of other privileges, licenses, mining rights against consideration whether government is taking fees or government is taking royalty, GST will come. It will not be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. My question, everyone, to all of you. Panchayat doing an activity which is told in 243G. GST will come or no GST? Neither supply of goods nor supply of. Municipality for the public doing activity, what will be 243? W wala activity for the public. Will GST come or no GST? Neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Okay, you know what? I started doing garbage collection and I'm collecting money from the public. Will I charge GST or not GST? People, am I panchayat? Am I municipality? If I go ahead, okay, Ramesh Soni, he started doing 243G and W wala activity for the public. Will that be neither supply of goods nor supply of service? I am collecting garbage from people ka home. Will GST come or not? Yes. Only for panchayat and municipality. When they are doing it for the public, it will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Next. Outsourcing, I will talk. It will come. Outsourcing, I will talk. Sir, government will not go and clean. They will outsource it. Outsourcing, I will come. In government ka chart, I will talk about it. Okay? Next. Huh. Alcohol is out of scope of supply, but not alcoholic liquor license. Giving of license is different, alcohol is different. Alcohol is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. Now that was the problem. No, people went and asked, sir, alcohol to out. What about government giving alcoholic liquor license? So government clarified that whenever state government is giving what? Alcoholic liquor license, and from the person it is collecting license fees or application fees, will GST come or no GST? Why? Because this activity is neither supply of goods nor supply of service. My question to you guys, everyone, state government is giving mining license. Supposingly this is over here Jayant. Jayant told, sir, this mountain is there. No, I want to break the mountain, take out stones. Government gave him mining license. And per annum, he is giving royalty. On how much ever stone he is taking out, he is giving royalty. My question, when government gave you mining license and you are giving royalty, will GST come or no GST? GST will come or no GST? GST will come. It will not be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. GST will come. Government clarified all other privilege, any licenses, any privileges when government is granting, mining license, etc., telecom license, etc., GST will come. Only what is out? When government is giving alcoholic liquor license and collecting a fees, there will be no GST. People over here now, listen. What are we done with today? We are done with section number 7. Section number 7 may I taught you section number 7.1. A, all forms for a consideration in the course of business. People revise. We have to revise and then close. B, A. Person other than doing an activity for the or members doing an activity for a consideration also will be neither supply of goods nor supply of. Sir, it will be a supply. Talking neither. ठीक है. Next. B, importation of service. Business. Both will be considered as. And here, exempt. Then C we told about. C is what, everyone? Schedule 1. How many activities? 4 activities. Do you remember all of them? Then, now if your activity is falling over here in supply, then we'll see section number 7.1a. 7.1a told, please refer what? And schedule 2 may they clarified neither. No. Talking neither. Schedule 2 may they clarified whether it is supply of goods or it is supply of service. Then, sir, even though an activity is falling over here in supply, but still government can mention in section number 7.2. Section number 7.2 has A and B. A told if your activity is falling in schedule, then it will be neither supply of goods nor supply of. What did we learn over here? Bench flag. And the last one over here is B point, where government went ahead and told if central government, state government, local authority does anything for the public and that activity, not all activity, if it is notified activity, then it will be neither supply of goods nor supply of service. 2 activities are notified. One is Panchayat doing 243G wala activity, municipality doing 243W wala activity. Students ask me, sir, do we have to remember 243G and W activities? Baba, don't worry. You guys already know what Panchayat does, what municipality does. And slowly, when we are going to government services, I'll talk little more about it. That much is more than enough. In the exam note, they will directly tell you. Panchayat is doing this activity and it is told under 243G. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Or, if state government is giving what? Baba, central government doesn't give. State government only gives alcoholic liquor license. Then that is also neither supply of goods nor supply of. People, before next class, will you guys read it till here and come? Section number 7.1a, A, B, C, section number 7.1a and section number 7.2a and B. I want you to revise till here and then we'll go ahead and do in the next class. Right, everyone? I'll see you guys in the next class, everyone. Please revise till here and then we'll go ahead and meet in the next class. Bye, guys. Take care. People watching at home, bye.